चलो भाई,
स्ट्रीम स्ट्रीम तो तू कर नहीं रहा अभी।
जस्ट शुरू करिए अभी। आई थिंक, लेट मी चेक। यप, स्ट्रीम स्टार्टेड।
हम्म।
फैंटम लिबर्टी।
मुझे तो वो मिशन भाई एब्सोल्यूट सिनेमा लगा था जब मैंने खेला था।
ओ, अबे पहली बार शैडो दिख रही है मुझे अपनी इस गेम में। मैंने अपनी शैडो तो कभी देखी नहीं। आई एम कंफ्यूज, मैंने कुछ करा था यहाँ पे बट मुझे याद नहीं है मैंने कहाँ छोड़ा है। ऑल द ट्रेसेस।
ये क्या मिशन है?
आई एम थिंकिंग आई एम एट द एंड भाई, क्योंकि मैं लिटरली उसको देख चुका हूँ मैं। एआईड हो चुकी है वो पूरी औरत। सॉन्ग बर्ड।
हाँ
ओह
हाँ।
माय।
What the fuck was that? Who's they? Songbird?
अवे अराउंड द गेट।
हैंसन से डील करने चला गया तू? नहीं अभी।
हैंसन। हैंसन से डील। हाँ हाँ, हैंसन की डील हो गई। फकअप कर दिया उसका डील। मैंने उसको बिट्रे किया ना, सॉन्ग बर्ड को बिट्रे किया मैंने।
हाँ हाँ।
मुझे रीड का बिट्रे करने का ऑप्शन आ रहा था, मैंने कहा यार इड्रिस अल्बा को क्यों करूँ भाई। करना। अच्छा भाई, जॉट हूँ मैं, जॉट। बैट लेके जा रहा हूँ मैं हॉकी अपनी।
You fired a fucking missile at us.
अबे मर क्यों गया मैं?
Dead. A miracle Myers even
ओह
survived.
अच्छा।
Wasn't the deal. Not even close.
ओह, हैंसन के साथ बैठी है।
Chalk it up to historical necessity. Your plan lacked grit.
लिसन टू
Mine
द कॉन्वर्सेशन। अच्छा, बस सुनने का ही काम है।
You used me.
Give me a break. You're backed into a corner. Nowhere to run. And until I get what I want, in that corner you'll stay. The data from the Sinosure mainframe. Bring me that. Then, and only then.
You'll let me go. Fuck, Songbird. Is this some part of your scheme showing me that?
ये हैंसन के साथ मिली हुई है।
भाई ये मिशन तो मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा, तेरा कुछ और पाथ होगा लगा।
हाँ, तूने नहीं, तूने किसको बिट्रे किया था?
मैंने एड्रेस को बिट्रे किया था।
अच्छा, जब ये तो एकदम अलग है। तूने इड्रिस अल्बा को ही बिट्रे कर दिया, व्हाट द हेक। बता।
वही वाला मिशन ना जिसमें वो मशीन से लेने जाते हैं।
यप 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 यप। हाँ हाँ, वहीं
हाँ।
पे। तूने रीड को बिट्रे किया, मैंने सॉन्ग बर्ड को किया। और फिर सॉन्ग बर्ड साली पता नहीं क्या मॉन्स्टर या वे बन के बाहर आ गया, ऐसे वो कर रही है कुछ, वो साइबर वो वाला शिट करके, क्या कहते हैं उसे, साइबर साइकोसिस
आई
शिट
गेस तेरी
करके।
अब हैंसन से फाइट होगी।
हैंसन को तो पीट दिया था मैंने बहुत पहले यार।
तो फिर अभी हैंसन क्यों दिखा तुझे?
इसकी मेमोरीज हैं ये इसकी मेमोरीज दिख रही है
अच्छा।
मुझे कि हम लिंक्ड हैं। आई एम लीविंग यू हियर। ये मुझे सेफ क्यों कर रही है भाई? ओपन करो भाई।
हाँ यस।
प्रोसीजर फेल्ड।
Terms. Could disable them, break the connection, kill remote control.
ये क्या बकचोदी हो गई?
Server room. Could disable the lockdown from there.
मतलब मोदी जी की तरह लॉकडाउन लगा दिया.
Sealed tight. She cut off all the ways through here.
मैं कहाँ हूँ? लिविंग क्वार्टर्स ये हैं. नंबर 4. अच्छा तो मैं इस साइड हूँ. आई नीड टू गो बैक. चलना तो इधर ही है. सर्वर रूम. ओके. क्या करना है मुझे इसमें? एक्सेस टर्मिनल गेट स्टेटस. डिसेबल. यूजर नॉट
Pulling me
रिकॉग्नाइज्ड.
through, huh? Guess I'll just have to jack you out of these systems.
Jack you. Oh my god. I'm gonna jack you off. अबे ये तो भूल गया मैं. कैसे करते थे भाई? सॉल्व 1C. I start with 1C. मुझे दूसरा 1C चाहिए ना कहीं. 1C then 1C then BD right this and this. ऐसे हाँ ठीक है. ये तो बहुत ज़्यादा करा है मैंने.
सही, मुझे शुरू में समझ नहीं आया था, फिर आगे एंड तक पहुंचते समझ आ गया कि
मुझे अपने फर्स्ट रन में मैंने इतना कोशिश करी थी ना कि मैं हैकर वैकर वो बनूंगा ये करूंगा. मैंने लिटरली मैंने अपना पूरा गेम ये इसी में बिता दिया भाई. दिमाग खराब हो गया था मेरा. इतना रिग्रेट कर रहा था ना अपना जो मैंने रूट चूज़ किया. अबे अच्छा तो हेक ये हॉरर गेम क्यों बन गया एकदम से? This is the end of the line. This is the end of the line. Damn. Oh shit.
Songbird? The hell was that?
Lockdown protocol in effect. Remote control operated by data terminal Bravo.
Destroy करना है मुझे इसे. तो जोट है.
स्कैन कर को चल रहा था.
Text protected from physical damage. Not even likely to scratch.
Crawl space detected beneath. Dimension can accommodate a full grown man. अच्छा मुझे crouch करना है यहाँ पे.
Under there, maybe.
Damn doggy style जा रहा हूँ मैं. अच्छा never mind. Missionary हो गया.
क्या?
No, Songbird. This ends now.
Data terminal Bravo disabled. New lockdown control protocol.
She tried to stop me. Excellent.
Oh. No. भाई मुझे लगा वो मेरी कुछ आँख नाक में घुसेड़ने वाली थी. छुपना कहाँ है?
अच्छा ये तो मैंने देखा यूट्यूब पे. बेसिकली हॉरर गेम.
भाई एलियन आइसोलेशन है ये तो.
Of course. That would be awesome.
कहाँ जाना है फिर? ये तो बंद है. अच्छा ये कौन है? हेलो?
By the time you wake up, it'll be over and done with.
Shit, feeling dizzy. I think I might be scared.
Uh, 1C, E9. How does that work? 1C यहाँ से किया, then 1C यहाँ से, अच्छा 3 1C हैं, then E9 and then 1C. ठीक है, this works. C E9 1C.
One data term left. Just hope that metal monstrosity doesn't zero me first.
क्या ये? अबे यार टेक्निकल एबिलिटी होती है मेरे पास तो मैं सीधा निकल जाता. ये टेक्निकल भी नहीं है मेरे पास. कहाँ जा सकता हूँ मैं भाई यहाँ पे? ओह शिट, मैं लिटरली छुप रहा हूँ इससे. सम एलियन आइसोलेशन शिट हो रहा है तो. भाई वो वेंट्स में कैसे? ब्रो द फक. अच्छा यहाँ पे तो मैं था पहले. Okay, 55 BD, and then E9 and then 1C. ठीक है, 55 BD, E9 1C. Return to the CEA.
Subject to administrator control. Canceling remaining lockdown
Oh
procedures.
shit.
Entry sector lockdown.
भाई तो स्पूकी है.
Okay, path's finally clear. Coming for you, Somi.
भाई ये क्या है? ये सोमी है? अच्छा सोमी तो है. What? The fuck क्या है पीछे में? हाँ मैं भाग रहा हूँ. I don't give a shit. ये नहीं पता मेरे पीछे क्या है.
Fuck! Locked! Gotta find a way in fast! Come on, Ingo.
Bro actually फट रही है. नहीं आज बे यार एक और वही था. ओह शिट, ये कैसी एंडिंग है? ओह गॉड, फ्लैटलाइंड।
गॉन्क मूव हो गया तेरे साथ।
नॉट वेरी प्रीम ऑफ मी चू। जैसा समझ में नहीं आता कि मतलब क्या है एग्जैक्टली सीन।
Come on, incompetent.
फैन के
Fucker almost snagged me.
ओ सॉन्ग बर्ड की ट्रेल पिकअप करनी है मुझे। ओके, व्हाटएवर द फक दैट इज। तो कुछ नहीं है और
Solemnly swear to faithfully serve the new United States of America.
द न्यू
So help me
यूएसए।
God.
भाई अगर अगर
So
हिलरी
help me
क्लिंटन
God.
इलेक्ट हो जाती
What now? Learn.
तो क्या हमें
Resourceful.
न्यू यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ
We
अमेरिका
will see
मिलता?
that. And whatever you need, it'll be provided. Welcome to the FIA.
भाई क्या है? अच्छा ये है पूरा जो भी है। क्या इनविडिया का कुछ है क्या? ग्राफिक्स कार्ड लग रहा है।
No thanks to you. Surprise.
Turn it off। ठीक है भाई, कर देते हैं अभी।
Turn off what? So me. The core? How? So me.
अच्छा ये रही ना प्रोसीजर, क्या है पढ़ लेते हैं। Before powering down, it's necessary to deactivate the subsystems. If for any reason it is impossible from the consoles, each subsystem must be deactivated using the individual terminal associated with it. If a terminal becomes damaged, it's required to use administrator mode. If this method fails, it's possible to manually disable the subsystems. This method is intended as a last resort as it is damaging the system. तो क्या करूँगा? शट डाउन को।
राइट क्लिक करना है, एडमिन करना पड़ेगा।
ऑक्सिलरी पावर हो गया है, एयर फिल्ट्रेशन हो गया है, डेटा फूड कमांड नहीं हो रहा, बैकअप मेमोरी हो गई, न्यूरल नेटवर्क कंट्रोल इज नॉट रिस्पॉन्डिंग, थर्मिक कंट्रोल इज नॉट रिस्पॉन्डिंग। ऑफ कोर्स 3 तिगाड़ा तो होता ही हमेशा, 3 चीज़ें तो करनी पड़ती है कभी भी एक टास्क कंप्लीट करनी है तो।
Oath, credentials, coin. What have you gotten me into?
Nothing you'll regret. Besides,
और शेरो क्या हाल है?
beside you, always.
अरे बहन जो इतना
भाई
लाउड
इतना लाउड क्यों हो गया भाई? तो बहन
Shoot.
कभी
भाई
तो
मैं
तेरी
फोन
बिल्कुल
से
ही
हूँ यार।
अब मैं 200 करके भी नहीं आती, अभी 100 पे इतनी आ रही है।
Like,
अरे फोन से हूँ इसीलिए।
फोन से क्या भाई, ये हाफ कमिटेड वाली चीज के लिए।
Long while.
अरे वो माउस खराब हो गया ना इसीलिए।
ओहो
कल आएगा साला,
Stabilizer system.
प्राइम पे भी कल आ रहा है।
Just what I was looking for.
कौन सा लिया?
फिर से वही ले लिया मैंने, 402 ही रिपीट कर दिया।
गलतियां दोहराता है तो
भाई I love this mistake भाई I love this.
Need another way to
402
stabilize
क्या
my
है ये?
bow.
वायर्ड है ना वो तो?
हाँ
Gotta be the neural stabilizer system's control.
बता कितना ही साइबर पंक कर लो, अगर मैंने एक तार निकाल दी तो सुधी जाएंगे भाई सब कुछ। एक तार खींचने की देर है।
हो गया तेरा तो।
कौन सा पावर कोड?
पावर कॉर्ड इंटरनेट किसी को कहा?
सही बात। भाई अभिषेक भैया, मैं ऐसे रैंडमली गॉड ऑफ वॉर के वीडियोस आ रहे थे मेरे को, ग्रीक मिथोलॉजी के आने लगे, ठीक है, रैंडमली। उसमें कुछ लोग एक्सप्लेन कर रहे थे, जो स्टैचूज बनते हैं ना उसके, ग्रीक मिथोलॉजी वाले, उसमें पीनस छोटे छोटा पीनस को सिग्निफाई करता था एज अ गुड मैन, और बड़ा पीनस डेविल में दिखा। Crazy shit, boy.
Thermic control systems. Bingo.
You think you can touch the sun, that you can even glance in its direction? Let us clip your wings. What the fuck?
AI.
Blackwall shut me out. Initiated lockdown. Gotta find another way.
आप क्या कर रहे हो अभिषेक भैया?
मैं यार बॉब को बुलाया था, बॉब कहता लेट आऊँगा। ओहो, फिर मैं इसको साइबरपंक खेलते हुए देख लग गया, डिसाइड ही नहीं हो रहा क्या करूँ।
भाई लेकिन
भाई तेरी एंडिंग ही सही है भाई, इसमें तो मेंटी कान फट रही है। हाँ क्या हुआ? मैं गेम क्यों फ्रीज हो
क्रैश हो
गया?
गया?
मैं गेम फ्रीज हो गया एकदम से। आई थिंक क्रैश हो गया।
क्रैश।
स्ट्रीम बंद हो गई क्या?
तेरा एवेटार तो चल रहा है बट गेम रुका हुआ है।
बस स्ट्रीम तो चल ही रही है इसका मतलब।
गेम
Discord भी
हुआ
चल
है
रहा है।
सिर्फ।
हाँ गेम ही एकदम से वो हो गया है प्लीज।
तो टास्क बार से बंद कर दो और क्या?
साइबरपंक हो गया तो साइबरपंक।
गोंक के साथ क्या हो गया अब?
साइबरपंक।
फ्लैटलाइंड हो गया मैं।
Damn.
That's not very preem of you, Choom. एक एंड टास्क कर रहा हूँ भाई। लेट्स सी कहाँ पर सेव हुआ था लास्ट। Me when the cyberpunk.
अरे वैसे चीजा किस चीज की क्लासेस देते हैं भाई?
फोटोग्राफी का था उसका कुछ कोर्स। उसके पास फोटोग्राफी में डिप्लोमा है ना?
हाँ सही में।
हाँ तो 12वीं के बाद कुछ तो किया ही था भाई ने।
ऐसा भी कुछ भाई मुझे मालूम भी नहीं था कुछ होता है।
The heck? सब कुछ का कुछ ना कुछ तो होता ही है अब।
What the hell?
Hello, Night City. Hey, how Once upon a time, before the dark, dark days of the data crash, Militech built itself a secret underground city within a city.
Okay. Oh no. अच्छा यहीं पे तो आ गया वापस. तो ये करूँगा अभी. I think you can touch the sun. Let us clip your wings.
Blackwall shut me out, initiated lockdown. Gotta find another way.
You got oh shit.
Here it is. Data Force Central Command.
Yeah.
Gonna use brute force.
Shutdown request blocked by physical device. Contact administration for further ये. ये क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? करूँ क्या मैं इसका? बैट वैट से मारना है क्या मुझे? सर्वर एक्सप्लोसिव कनेक्टेड टू सब सिस्टम.
ब्रो माउस चलने लगा. बोलने लगी. अब भाई हटाओ यार, अब नया ही यूज कर. पीसी से यार ओके.
भाई चूम जरा बताओ यार क्या करना है इसमें.
ये तो मैंने खेला भी नहीं.
करूँ क्या? सब कुछ एक ही जगह से.
गोली मारनी होगी. गोली मार के देखना. डिस्ट्रॉय तो करना.
ओह यार सही कह रहा है. तो बैट ही मारना था. एंड बंद ये हो गया. तो वैसे ही डम 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 की आवाज़ आ रही है पीछे. इतनी बड़ी है.
वो आ रहा है क्या?
वो आ रहा है. अबे ऐसे तो टूट नहीं रहा. क्या? अच्छा ढूंढ लिया क्या मुझे? ओह शिट मेरे पीछे से घुसेड़ दिया ये. भाई ड्रिल आ गया पीछे से.
बहुत पैनिक है.
ठीक है भाई, सॉरी भाई.
अबे यार कितना वो है भाई. ये तो बहुत ही वो है ट्रिकी. अच्छा तो सीधे सीधे बंदे दे देते. मैं मस्त डिल्डो से मारता था सबको.
फिर 0 out of 6. F5 से क्विक से आई गेस मिड मिशन नहीं होता होगा.
Damn. साला वेंट में चले जाता है उठना लगी।
भाई अब अपना सेटिंग्स दिखाओ यार। कपिल भैया
क्या
सेटिंग्स दिखाओ भाई, सेटिंग्स
सेटिंग्स क्या दिखाऊं?
बस दिख रहा है क्रिस्प लग रहा है।
रुक जा अभी।
Cables run to an electrical panel. Could damage it somehow. Lowered shutter in the window. Shards of glass on the floor.
Shards on the glass on the floor। भाई ये क्या मुझे हिंट दे रही है? मुझे हिंट समझ में नहीं यार, मैंने रीपो स्टाइल में चुप गया मैं। हाँ क्या कह रहा था तुझे? सेटिंग्स देखनी है? सेटिंग्स आरटी मीडियम ही है यार मेरी, आरटी मीडियम कर रखा है अभी मैंने।
फिर भी बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है।
क्या है? आरटी मीडियम है, मतलब चल जाएगा अल्ट्रा में, लेकिन मैं टेम्परेचर्स के लिए कर रहा हूँ बस कम।
XeSS क्यों है?
FSR से अच्छा दिख रहा है XeSS। FSR 4 नहीं है इसमें अभी, क्योंकि 4 नहीं है, 3 से बेटर XeSS दिख रहा है।
हाँ,
बाकी सब
वो
तो हाई अल्ट्रा है जो नॉर्मली छोटी मोटी सेटिंग है। आरटी इज मीडियम।
RT मीडियम।
आरटी मीडियम है और ये अल्ट्रा क्वालिटी पर है ये सुपर
पाथ
सा।
ट्रेसिंग इज ऑफ रहता है ना मीडियम में।
पार्ट रेसिंग ऑफ है। पार्ट रेसिंग में चला था एक्चुअली गेम, लेकिन वो फिर क्रैश हो गया था उसमें कुछ टाइम बाद।
अच्छा,
मैंने उसको स्टेबिलिटी के लिए छोड़ दिया है।
FPS कितना है? 70-80 आ रहे होंगे भाई, इतना स्मूथ लग रहा
मैंने 60 कैप कर रखा है, 60 पे चल रहा है।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, नाइस नाइस, बढ़िया लग रहा है यार। अब आ रहे हैं ना एड्स। क्या वेट, नसीब कारपेट्स माइक्रोफाइबर भाई। यार मैं सो जाता हूँ यार टाइम पे।
क्या था क्या है? आएगा नहीं है? बट मेरे में आने वाला था सिनेमा। Find another way. ये तो सेफ होना चाहिए। अगर मैं यहाँ पे सेफ नहीं हूँ तो फिर आई डोंट नो मैन।
Cables run to an electrical panel. Could damage it somehow.
इलेक्ट्रिकल पैनल पे रन कर रही हैं ये, बट यही है क्या वो इलेक्ट्रिकल पैनल? ये थोड़ी है। यार डॉग बता यार। ये तो नहीं है।
Lowered shutter.
हाँ ये खिड़की खोलनी थी। वो लेकिन इसको खोलने से क्या मिला मुझे? What? I don't get it. भाई सारे टेक्निकल पे लगा देने चाहिए थे पॉइंट्स।
फाइंड अनदर वे करना अब तुझे, क्योंकि तो टेक्निकल तो है ही नहीं। टीवी दबा एक बार।
क्या हो रहा है ये? ओह शिट, मेरे पीछे क्यों आ गए? What the fuck? What? भाई सीधा मेरे पीछे स्पॉन हो गया वो।
वो वेंट से नहीं तो
I'm so lost.
एक दो बार टी दबा, वो दूसरा ऑब्जेक्टिव ट्रैक करने लग जाएगा, क्योंकि तू लिंक वाला तो कर ही नहीं सकता ना।
मैं वो तो बोलेगा कि गर्लफ्रेंड से मिलाओ जूडी से, पी दबाऊंगा तो।
नहीं नहीं,
ये है पर्सनल लिंक और दूसरा क्या है टी? हाँ, फाइंड अनदर वे।
अनदर वे। अब तो अनदर वे।
अनदर वे कहाँ ट्रैक हो रहा है? ये वाला है। दूसरा कहाँ है? दूसरा में कोई ट्रैकिंग ही नहीं हो रही। आई थिंक कि जाना तो यही है, बट आई एम नॉट श्योर कि क्या सीन है फिर उसके आगे का। कहीं तो कुछ एक्सप्लोर करना होगा, नहीं तो आई डोंट थिंक वहाँ पर ही सेम चीज़ है जो भी है करने को। अनदर वे ढूंढने को बोला है तो क्या ही है? ये तो नहीं है। ओ नहीं,
खिड़की से निकल सकता है? खिड़की खुली है तेरे राइट वाली?
नहीं ये तो बंद है।
उस साइड वाली रैक के उस साइड वाली।
वो खुली है, सही कह रहा है। फिर चढ़ गया वेंट में। पूर कंट्रोल, यहाँ जाऊँ क्या? पूर कंट्रोल में कुछ नहीं है। यहाँ कुछ है? नो ऑप्शंस। मैं टैब से स्कैन कर लेते हैं। नथिंग हियर, कुछ नहीं है। ठीक है, यूज़। अरे यार इसके लिए कोई कोड चाहिए। कोड तो है ही नहीं मेरे पास एक्सपेरिमेंट प्रोटोटाइपिंग में जाने के लिए। इसके अंदर कुछ होगा क्या? बैक हियर।
और तुझे हो सकता है किसी इससे मिले, पीसीबी से।
feel like it should be easier than this क्योंकि इस गेम में कोई मिशन हार्ड नहीं है as such। मैं जो है ओवर को कर रहा हूँ, बट मुझे पता नहीं कि कहाँ है एग्जैक्टली सही चीज़। एक तो इसका पता करना पड़ेगा हमेशा कि है कहाँ पर एग्जैक्टली। वहीं है जहाँ जाना चाहता हूँ मैं, वहीं है। Ain't no way man. ओ वहाँ भाग गया भाई। एक तो ये दरवाजे खुलते हैं और देन फोर्स ओपन करना पड़ता है दूसरी बार सारे। Has to be somewhere here यार। यूजर नेम कंफर्म करने को कह रहा है यूजर। कुछ नहीं है। पे कुछ नहीं है। Connected to a small fuse box behind the window.
ट्रैक करनी है, मुझे केबल्स ट्रैक करनी है कहीं। ओपन द नियरबाई शटर।
ओ मैं बाहर आ गया। अबे ले हाँ बड़े। Oh shit. गिरना मत।
Affirmative. Still green for exfiltration. Hang in there, girl. You're gonna get through this.
What are you?
Damn. अबे पीछे स्पॉन हो गया।
If you insist, you will be detected.
अबे सारे दरवाजे तो बंद हैं। Hide from the robot until it leaves the room। अच्छा यही है मिशन। जा भाई।
No contact established.
कौन रो रहा है भाई? बताओ रोने की आवाज़ क्यों आ रही है मुझे? रो कौन रहा है? ये तो रो रहा है वहाँ। Holy shit. God damn.
बैडी इन ट्रबल।
बैडी रोएगी तो भाई सारे काम छोड़ने पड़ेंगे। Sheesh. मिशन कंप्लीट भाई, रिस्पेक्ट प्लस हो गई है।
Guys, this. How'd you know?
Okay, Capricorn. Make a wish and blow.
Capricorn just like me for real भाई।
Better come true than that fucking horoscope.
कहाँ हूँ मैं? What? सोमी ये रही। सोमी का घर है ये। हाँ। मैं कुछ हुई नहीं, मैं मिरर में आ ही नहीं रहा। नाइस। जॉनी सिल्वर हैंड के गाने सुन रही है अभी।
Somi? That you?
Some days, I'd open the window, sit on the sill, and just listen to the street sounds. You know, life happening. It was somehow soothing. That. Now, I can't hear, I can't feel anything. Can you?
Should I? Saw other visions, illusions before this.
Illusions?
Saw you with Reed, Myers. Saw your past. Don't remember.
No. The black wall consumes me all. The emptiness grows. I feel it. Fill it with memories. They keep taking them away.
मेरे पास टेक्निकल एबिलिटी नहीं है तो मैं उसे बोलता वी आर इन साइबर स्पेस भाई। सैड।
Gone and hacked the relic again, haven't you? None of this is real.
What is real? The me saving your life? The me here talking to you? The me dying? Pick your truth, V. We have time. Here, in this place, there's time.
And here is...
My unit in Brooklyn. Told you about it. Remember?
बॉब को क्या हो गया भाई? वैलोरेंट एडिट्स को भेज रहा है।
Somi, we're still in the bunker. This place, it's not real.
तो पूछ ले कहाँ है भाई?
मुझको क्या लगा कहता लेट
I
आऊंगा।
made so many
अब लेट आऊंगा
mistakes.
किस
इससे लेट कितना होता है भाई? 12:15 बज रहे हैं।
But here, back then, they never mattered.
शीशा फक अप हो रखा है।
I gave myself one last chance, and you stripped me of it. Why?
You lied, Somi. Stabbed everyone in the back.
I had to. I never wanted to join them, V. You saw what I became because of them. You saw what I lost. I know what I've done. Know the price I've paid. What you don't know is how sorry I am. How much it all hurts.
Somi. Somi.
आ गई भाई सोमी। हेलो। भाई सबसे बेस्ट शॉट्स हैं भाई। जिसने भी बनाया है डिजर्व्स अ नोबेल प्राइज भाई।
Fuck! I needed just one more sec!
Yo, keep it down! Folks are trying to fucking sleep!
Leave me the fuck alone!
said you were bored. You're so lame, unambitious, disappointed.
No, I think that's weird.
Oh. Hey yo.
It's open.
ब्रेकअप कर लेगा और क्या? ये तो दिखाएंगे.
The fuck, Somi? Been calling you 3 straight days.
Don't worry, got everything under control.
Are you fucking kidding me? Passed out in your goddamn chair last week. I spent the night making sure you didn't overheat and die.
Yeah, well, no one asked you to.
Oh, you even hear yourself?
Listen, got this new gig, like earth-shaking. If it works out, I'll be the first. Be making history. Now, I just need to focus. Need time, space to think.
There it is, your new mantra. But where's it leave us? Know what? Fuck this. I'm done.
I lost, didn't I? Everything I did, the people I hurt, it's meaningless. It matters not at all.
Yep.
Yeah, you lost, Somi. Just
भाई इसको तो मैं हीटर हूँ भाई,
when
D1
it
हीटर.
all went so wrong.
इसको तो यही बोलूँगा मैं. सब बेकार है तेरा सीन भाई.
I don't know. You lied. Stabbed everyone close to you in the back.
Close to me?
About time you faced the truth, Somi.
भाई इसको तो मैं और इतना तो बोलने को नहीं बोला था मैंने.
About time. Gotta be shitting me. Not going anywhere with you. Making me leave my home, my friends, everything worth a damn to me?
What's ahead is important. Worth so much more.
Yeah, no. Hard pass.
Dick, Netwatch rolls up here. What happens to your people? Who trust you? Who care about you? Netwatch will know who lent you the eddies for your deck, who let you tap into the subnet of the cafe downstairs. Understand this. And the one chance of keeping you safe. Your friends safe. Or sure. Let them get hurt.
Blackmail. That your play? Don't know me enough.
But I do know your type. And I know your answer. Just haven't admitted it to yourself.
I thought if I could control the future, I'd feel safe always. But I should have looked to the past. To lessons about loss.
भाई इस घर को क्या हो गया भाई? हेलो.
Repeated.
मैं यहीं सेफ वाले कॉर्नर में बैठा हुआ हूँ.
I've made many mistakes, V. Too many to count.
इसको बोलना है क्या कुछ? Everybody makes mistakes. Just face the consequences. We have to. ठीक है भाई.
Not looking good, Somi, that's for sure. But you can't give up.
I don't know how. Never knew.
हाँ?
Look. Look where
Oh.
it's gotten me.
Play चाहिए.
Said you wanted another chance, Somi. Here it is.
अबे यार.
Dwell all
वो
you
youths
want,
की
but what
electronic क्यों
matters is
है?
what you do. Here. Now.
It's true we die this way. Our memories to comfort us.
हाँ मैं वहाँ सीढ़ी है ऊपर कुछ. हग कर सकता हूँ मैं या फिर उसे शेक कर सकता हूँ. हग कर दूँ क्या यार फाइनली?
कर दे भाई.
I mean बैड
इसके
बिच
बाद
तो
जो
है.
होना-
फाइन शाइट तो है ही आखिरकार वो.
Not gonna let you die, Somi. We'll make it out of here. Together.
Thank you. I'll keep this moment as this memory.
Purple key.
Just one. Back home, a friend at my side. Before it all goes dark. For a second, I'll know I wasn't alone.
Fine shite.
What's
Alright, fine
happening?
shite.
The black wall. Wait just a second.
What? Show me where?
The core. Look for me there and help me. One last time.
Yeah, damn. यूज के इलेक्ट्रॉनिक पे आ जाऊंगा मैं और क्या. ओह बैक ऑफ कर दिया उसने अपना अटैक. अबे उधर अबे अच्छा साइड से आ रहा है.
Copy, Reed.
V, finally. Blackwell's lockdown on comms has been lifted. Location now. Show me with you.
She's here. She's alive.
Good. Take care of her. I'll be there shortly. We'll save her yet.
Damn, यहाँ क्या कर लिया ये? What the fuck is this? थोड़ा थोड़ा प्रोफेसर एक्स वाला shit है ये.
So me.
दो चार तार अनप्लग कर दो भाई और क्या. सब ठीक हो जाएगा.
B. It's good you're here. Second chance. I never really got it, did I?
Was always going to end this way. भाई काफी mean options भी हैं मेरे पास. इतना mean तो नहीं हूँ मैं.
Save your strength, Somi. Reed will be here any second. You'll make it through.
No. They'll never let me go. I'm fading, V. Help me out.
Somi, I
tried on my own. Don't have to stress.
Oh shit, मुझे से मारने को कह रहे हैं.
Please.
फाइन शाइट को मारने को मुझे कह रही है क्या ये? No man. Oh shit, सही में.
I'll go quickly. It'll be over.
Oh no. Okay, I'll do it. That's not that's not a solution. What if I refuse? We got the neural matrix. Let's hope for us both. I'll do it.
All right, Somi.
Thank you. And I'm sorry for everything.
Shit. अच्छा ऐसे ही मारना था. अनप्लग कर दिया मैंने उसे. No man. अब रीड आ जाएगा. अरे फक मैं रीड को क्या बोलूँगा?
Show me. We're too late on me.
Sorry, Reed. या फिर was her choice, I just honored it. थोड़ा डिफ्लेक्शन हो जाएगा, was her choice, choice तो मेरी थी.
Damn it, Reed. Sorry.
Yeah, so am I. We need to get her out of here.
Right.
Let's get moving.
Fuck यार, सेव करना चाहिए था क्या मुझे बीच में? मुझे चेक करना था यार. What if I just...
हाँ मेजर चॉइस से पहले सेव कर.
Being awful quiet.
Fuck, मैं सेव नहीं किया यार.
Everything all right?
मैं वहाँ पे अगर नहीं मारता उसे, not my fault. I'm all out of words for you. अबे ये तो इसको थोड़ा sad हो गया मेरे से.
What happened back there? Can tell it's eating at you. Wanna talk about it?
You want to know what's eating at me? That I didn't get to her first. Ahead of you.
Reed.
It should have been me down there with Zomi. Not you. I should have looked her in the eye. Heard her say she wanted out of life. I could have changed her mind.
I can fix her.
Really think so?
I can fix her, भाई. Damn. It's nobody's fault.
Blaming yourself for her death because you think you had a say. Except you didn't. Not everything depends on you, Reed.
Clearly.
Leaving Night City. अरे जा क्यों रहे हैं? हम कहाँ जा रहे हैं? कस्टम्स डिक्लेरेशन भी होता है यहाँ इसमें भी. इन 2077 भी कस्टम्स है.
Don't worry. Plan to stick with you till the end, all right?
Please step out of the vehicle.
Reed?
Reed, क्या कर रहा है भाई?
FIA Special Agent Terry. I'll have our people take over the body.
No. V, could you carry Somi? Please.
मैं उठाऊंगा क्या? भाई मुझे क्यों कह रही है?
I got her.
भाई फाइन शाइट को होल्ड कर रहा हूँ मैं अपने पास. मैं जा रहा हूँ वापस नाइट सिटी फाइन शाइट को लेके.
तो गोली खाएगा बेटे.
What's that? Huh? Not allowed.
Not allowed क्यों नहीं? क्यों है भाई not allowed?
Right this second.
Turn back, nothing out there for you. मुझे कह भी रहा है. मैं अबे साला गेम.
Step back right this second.
भाई कितनी फाइन शिट नहीं लग रही है अभी ऐसे. फर्स्ट पर्सन में तो क्रेजी जा रहा है भाई. भाई ये पीओवी भाई ऊपर से नीचे देखने वाला. ऐसे ही खत्म होते हैं इंसान. ऐसे ही लड़के खत्म हो जाते हैं. क्या दूर उड़ाना बंद कर भी तो छोटी है, कोई रिस्पेक्ट ही नहीं है।
Take good care of her.
V, the president will like a word.
चलो भाई, मैडम प्रेसिडेंट बुलाना पड़ेगा उससे क्या? What about to shake your hand?
Won't shake your hand, Myers. Not after all this.
Surely, if there's any blame to lay here, it would be at your feet, not mine.
अच्छा, no, you wanted her alive.
You're the reason Somi's dead. Know that, right? That if you hadn't pushed her past the black wall off a goddamn cliff.
I did not let that girl drag me around Dogtown by the nose simply to put her down. You know that, don't you?
Song opted to die rather than fall into your hands. Know that, right?
Death is never the answer. I've seen too much of it already. Were I in her shoes, I would have chosen life.
Yeah, well, you weren't.
If I'm not mistaken, neither were you.
कॉर्पो ऑप्शन दूंगा मैं, या फिर fuck you बोल सकता हूँ मैं। fuck you, I'm done with all your bullshit। नहीं, कॉर्पो हूँ मैं
Fake
तो।
smile, hollow phrases, patronizing tone. See why you keep getting reelected? Because at day's end, it's just politics to you, isn't it?
You'd be wise to remember who you're speaking to.
And who would that be, exactly?
All right. I can't deny you tried to help her. Thank you for your service to the NUSA.
वेट करने क्या बोलोगे?
Rosalind, wait.
What about the health?
My reward? Remember being promised some help.
You were promised assistance for bringing So-Mi in alive.
Oh.
If you fail to deliver your end of the bargain, why should we deliver ours? In fact, we should charge you for the harm you've brought to the agency and the NUSA.
Oh shit.
But the federal government isn't petty. As for compensation,
मुझे क्या 5,000 यूरो डॉलर दे दिए और बेच भगा दिया? What? भाई 5,000 का नॉब था ये पूरा। What? Bro, what the fuck?
अगर तू उसे जिंदा रखता तो वो तुझे उसका क्योर देता।
अबे घंटा दे दी। अगर दे देती तो मेन स्टोरी नहीं फकअप हो जाती। इतना तो मुझे पता ही कि
बेसिकली फैंटम लिबर्टी एक्स्ट्रा एंडिंग अनलॉक कर देते तेरे लिए।
सही में?
हाँ।
तो मुझे इसको नहीं मारना था।
हाँ।
चेश।
उसके बाद फिर रेड तुझे 2-3 दिन बाद कॉल करता कि मिलने आ जा, फिर वो तुझे उसका क्योर देता। फिर ऑफिशियली तेरी गेम एंड हो जाती, जैसे बाकी एंडिंग्स की तरह होती है।
अबे बट क्योर के बाद फिर मेरी एंडिंग कैसे मिलेगी मुझे सही वाली, अगर मैं क्योर हो गया तो?
क्योर यही है ना, तू वही तो तुझे देखना, वही तो एंडिंग है।
फैंटम लिबर्टी के बाद एक स्पेशल एंडिंग अनलॉक हो जाती है, इज योर पॉइंट?
Just smiled. Shook her head, but she wasn't buying it. I could tell. Lost all my friends when you recruited me, she said. Now don't you become my enemy. That's all I ask. Was I a friend or an enemy? Fuck.
ये तो पहले बताना था यार तुझे मुझे, अगर कुछ और ही एंडिंग अनलॉक हो जाती तो फिर मैं
आगे वहाँ नोट पॉइंट हो तेरा जब तू ऑफिस से मिलने गया था, जब
5,000 मिल गए भाई मुझे, लेकिन भाई समझ रहे तू, अगर जिंदगी में सच में कुछ करना है भाई, चलो बैठ जाते हैं भाई। Maybe you had to become her enemy.
Reed, I know that shit sounds fucking hot. No, you'd probably rather not hear this now, but maybe becoming her enemy was the sole way you could save her. Risked everything, both of you.
And we both have to pay the price. I failed her.
Somi didn't blame you, and neither should you. You know, Reed got to know Somi about as well as you knew her. Ever want to talk?
I think it's high time you headed back to Night City. Show me. For what it's worth. I hope you're in peace.
Found out treasures are always
What?
गाना अच्छा है ये।
pleasures and rage go
The fuck? भाई क्या दिमाग खोदा है मेरे इन्होंने, मतलब ठीक है, मतलब आई थिंक मैंने गलत एंडिंग चुनी है कोई, बिकॉज ये स्टोरी काफी ऐसे अब्रप्टली एंड हो गई। बट ऑनेस्टली
मतलब
ऑप्शंस
basically-
रियलिस्टिकली है क्या तुम्हारे पास? नहीं, बिकॉज जब मैंने उसे मारा उसका अपना कॉन्शियसनेस तो वैसे भी फेड हो ही रहा था उस समय। उसने बोल दिया था कि मेरे से
अगर
नहीं
तू
हो पाएगा।
उसे जिंदा रखता तो रीड उसका जो न्यूरल मैट्रिक्स वो उसको यूज करके तुझे क्योर देता, जो उनका स्टार्टिंग में डिस्कस हुआ। सोमी बोल रही थी कि हाँ
भाई कुछ जेम्स बॉन्ड शिट क्यों लोग बना रखा है? मैं क्या जेम्स बॉन्ड लिटरली वैसे
और अगर तू रीड को बिट्रे करता तो उसमें भी एंड में ऑप्शन आता है कि तू रीड को दे दे सोमी या
मुझे ऐसी फीलिंग क्यों आ रही है जैसे मैंने ऐसी एंडिंग चुनी है जो कि किसी ने नहीं चुनी होगी। मतलब लाइक इट्स द लीस्ट पॉपुलर एंडिंग। लाइक कुछ भी नहीं हुआ, लाइक कोई इम्पैक्ट ही नहीं है मेन स्टोरी पे। मैंने मिशन करा एंड देन वी फेल्ड इट एंड देन मुझे थोड़े से पैसे देके भगा दिया गया। What the fuck?
अब यही तो है। अब तो क्रेडिट्स के बाद तुझे सीधा मेन गेम में फेंक देंगे कि चलो भाई अब जाओ बाकी के मिशन कर।
नहीं यार, ये तो गलत है।
रेगुलर वाली एंडिंग्स करेगा जो भी तूने डाली।
You know, ever since the start of this whole FIA business, been trying to pin down a strange feeling.
मैं कितना फाइन शिट हूँ भाई।
This fear gnawing at my insides, yelling louder and louder, yelling that I should delta as far away as possible. Think I've finally figured out what it was.
You'll always run when things.
So Johnny of you. Ghosting the second shit gets complicated or uncomfortable.
Fuck off. How's that for being Johnny?
Just look at your relationships.
Okay, enough. Some stories don't get a happy ending for the critics.
अच्छा तो अपने स्ट्रीट वाले अपार्टमेंट में ही आया है।
Questions you're never gonna find the answers to. Questions you'll lug around till the day you croak.
Sounds about right.
Better believe it.
Story's over, Johnny. You're beating a dead horse.
What if it's not actually dead?
Past's the past. Do yourself a favor and let it rest in peace.
One way or another, shit always ends up fucked. First Saburo, then Yorinobu, now Myers. Got a knack for getting in dangerous peeps' ways, you know? For real, though. How's it feel, you know? With all that's gone down.
Tommy is finally free. Wasn't about to let her be Myers lab rat. I guess मैंने उसको अच्छी ending दे दी उसको मार के.
अगर तू इड्रिस को बिट्रे करता तो उसमें तू उसे मून पे भेज सकता था. उसमें वो रॉकेट लेके मून चले जाते.
Wait, what? सही में? Fuck यार, वो है सबसे अच्छी ending तो. लेकिन नहीं, रीड को बिट्रे क्यों करता मैं? रीड को तो
उसमें फिर रीड को तुझे गोली मारनी पड़ती.
हाँ, मैं रीड को तो नहीं मार सकता भाई गोली. रीड को गोली मारना क्यों? मतलब वो दुश्मन थोड़ी एक दूसरे के, तो मुझे एक कुछ भी चूज करना पड़ता है. मुझे ये समझ नहीं आता. रीड का अलग प्लान होता है. रीड उसके मायर्स के लिए काम कर रहा है, राइट? उसका पॉइंट ये है कि उसको मायर्स को डिलीवर करना था, वो उस औरत को, राइट?
और मायर्स का अल्टीमेट प्लान था कि वो सोमी
उसको तो वेपनाइज करना है ना उसे.
ब्लैक वॉल वो करेगी.
हाँ, उसको तो वेपनाइज करना है.
ब्लैक वॉल बेसिकली वेपनाइज करना चाहती थी वो.
What's in about to let her
Wasn't
be?
about to let Somi fall into Myers' hands. To be a lab rat to poke and prod.
Hey, fucking man, saw Myers at the border yourself. A human suit with something inhuman buttoned up in her skin.
Hey, can Gary the Prophet mention, right? About Myers being a reptilian?
Ha, that or a techno-necromancer. One thing's for sure. You unfucked a mess without getting too fucked in the process.
Yeah.
Welcome to today's local news on M54. I'm Jillian.
Go fuck yourself, भाई. क्या?
Yeah, just sit there and criticize me when it wasn't you making the tough calls. Fucking typical.
Not making your life any easier, I know. But thinking about Songbird, about Reed.
भाई लोग हेली पे क्या थर्स्ट कर रहे हैं उसकी नई मूवी आई जो माइकल बी जॉर्डन के साथ.
Why I went AWOL during the war, then set off on the warpath against Arasaka. Why I called Carrie a fucking pussy so many times. Think finally I understand why I couldn't bring myself to trust Reed. 'Cause I know his type. Idealist. Like me. Who can't see that what he believes in will devour everyone he cares about. Just one thing sets us apart. Unlike me, he saw his shit through to the end. Price be damned. There. Fucking said it.
Nothing like each other.
No, no comparison, Johnny. Reed was making up for his past, correcting his mistakes. Fought for a second chance. For himself. And Song. You?
Guess I was never chasing ideals. Not really. Life. That's what I was running from.
And? Still running?
Does it matter? I'm still breathing. Sort of. Just don't know what the fuck for.
Gotta keep reminding yourself.
I'll start by taking a good look at myself in the mirror. Already know I'm gonna fucking hate what I see. All right. Good talk. Get up.
You know what? Glad we talked, Johnny. You've changed.
For better or worse?
Yes, we'll find out. Come on, let's go.
Wait for Reed to contact you. अबे खत्म नहीं हुआ ये. This isn't over. Wait for Reed to contact you.
अभी भी है क्या? नहीं यार. क्या है?
मुझे तो कह रहा है. Wait for Reed to contact you है.
कर ले ट्रैक और सो जा 1-2 दिन.
Who would have thought?
टाइम स्किप कर ले जल्दी आ जाए. अरे भाई.
भाई म्यूजिक कैसे बंद करूँ मैं? टीवी चल रहा है क्या? ये क्या है ये?
ऊपर टीवी चल रहा है मेरे ऊपर।
टर्न ऑन का ऑप्शन आ रहा है भाई, व्हाट द फक?
म्यूजिक तो जॉनी बजा रहा होगा।
इसी का तो म्यूजिक सुनना है मुझे। पता नहीं पीछे रेडियो बजा रहा है, मैंने बात किया। अभी भी गिटार बजा रहा है सारे 24 घंटे बाद उठ रहा हूँ मैं। मैक एंड चीजेस भाई, कितना बढ़िया लगता है सिटी भाई बाहर से। वेट फॉर री टू कॉन्टैक्ट यू भाई, कर ले कॉन्टैक्ट यार। 4 and 7 क्या है? कॉल ही कर लेते हैं भाई रीड को। क्या हाल है भाई? घर से बाहर निकलूंगा तब कॉल आएगा क्या?
Get a job.
अबे अगर सब कुछ साइबरनेटिक ही है एनहांस, तो फिर लोग मसल क्यों बना रहे हैं? आया ना रीड का। वी आई थॉट यू शुड नो वी सिक्योर्ड एलेक्स's बॉडी, शी इज कमिंग होम। एलेक्स कौन है? I also left behind a small memorial for her at the Columbarium. Given her service record in NC, it felt like the right thing to do. I don't know, maybe you'll feel like visiting one day. Reed, I'm sorry about Alex, truly. Alex
ये
कौन है?
basically according to
Wish I could say how long it'll take before I can think of her and so me without my
ऑनलाइन के
throat
हिसाब से ये
cramping
सिर्फ
shut.
मतलब वो है एक
I
मतलब
remember our time as partners,
final
friends, but
goodbye
my
type
mind, it's so
reminiscing
sad,
type.
it was the job. So much respect for Alex, he was so me, even for you to dismiss their life so easily. I was hoping we could have a word. Swing by the basketball court, you know the one, I'll be there. चलो रीड से थोड़ी सी और बातें कर लेते हैं। Damn, taste the love, man. In Night City.
I don't trust you, man. You're too aggressive.
ठीक नहीं लग रहा मुझे याद में। इसमें चलता है। downtown. यार गेम खत्म होने के बाद मैं सोच रहा हूँ फिर भी इंस्टॉल ही रखूँ, जस्ट कि मतलब चिल
यही
मारने के लिए
लगता है।
भाई। क्या सीढ़ी है बेंच, क्या बनाया है ये? अबे इसकी जो अनपैक्ड इंस्टॉल फाइल्स है, अगर मैं डायरेक्टली कहीं से उठा के मैं स्टोर कर लूँ तो फिर मैं कभी भी खोल सकता हूँ राइट गेम को?
हाँ आई थिंक
कि कुछ कनेक्शन तो है ही नहीं इसका सीन ऑनलाइन किसी चीज़ से। क्योंकि साला इंस्टॉल करना ही सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत है यार। वो साला फिटगर्ल वाला रीपैक शिट है तो 1-1.5 घंटा लग ही जाता है इंस्टॉल करने में। दैट इज़ माई ओनली बैरियर।
फटाफट कर डाउनलोड। मैं प्रॉपर वाला ही करता हूँ।
मैं कर देता हूँ फिटगर्ल वाला यार, फ़र्क पड़ता है। कितना साइबरपंक कितना बड़ा इंस्टॉल है, मैंने चेक नहीं किया बट आई थिंक फिटगर्ल वाज लाइक व्हाट 80 GB 100 GB ऐसे कुछ था, 80 GB था कुछ ऐसे कुछ था। I'm
और
pretty sure
एक्चुअल डाउनलोड आई
अनलॉक
थिंक मैंने
होके 150 होगा
25-30 GB का होता है फर्क।
बस।
हाँ
25-30
50-50
is
थोड़ी
not
है।
a lot भाई।
मैंने जो साइबरपंक डाउनलोड किया था फिटगर्ल नहीं था, वो प्रॉपर था।
प्रॉपर क्या है वो, रून वाला इंस्टॉलर है क्या जो?
हाँ मतलब उसमें
Roon
सारे
बोलते
थे।
हैं ना, nice।
तो कितना 110 GB का डाउनलोड था वो। और तेरा फिटगर्ल से अच्छा चल 130 GB का था। I don't know, मेरे लिए तो वर्थ इट था यार। 15-20 मिनट में एटलीस्ट
नहीं बट I can't download like 60 or 70 GBs in like 1 hour. I don't think उतनी स्पीड होती। कितनी स्पीड चाहिए होगी वो करने के लिए? It's the same thing। अगर मैं it's definitely मतलब time wise it is less for me। मेरे पास इतनी इंटरनेट स्पीड नहीं है।
पर एक बार डाउनलोड करना वर्सेस जितनी बार तूने गेम इंस्टॉल करना उतनी बार 1.5-2 घंटे लगता।
हाँ that is true। that is true।
अगर एक ही बार खेल लिया फिर तो ठीक है, बट अगर तेरा कुछ ऐसा होता है कि यार वापस जाना है ऐसा कुछ है।
नहीं
नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने ट्वीट किया भाई, ऑन गुड फ्राइडे वी रिमेंबर टू द सैक्रिफाइस ऑफ जीसस क्राइस्ट।
याद करना है भाई।
नो भाई मेरी फील्ड में मोदी जी आ रहे
Never forget भाई।
हैं। एक्चुअली यही बोल, नेवर फॉरगेट।
Never forget। अबे बेंच कौन है?
Shit's fucked up.
Wait for read। रीड आके मुझे ज्ञान देगा।
Don't want to wait in vain. Here's hoping.
नहीं
I wasn't sure you'd show. Grab a seat. We need to talk.
grave look on your face isn't reassuring. Snipers perched somewhere. FIA picking off witnesses.
Do you really think I need support if I wanted to get rid of you? I hate to break it to you, but you're no Morgan Blackhand. V, I'm gonna come out and say it. You failed as an FIA.
लक्ष्य नहीं आया यार weekend था आज तो.
You failed me, Alex, Myers, hell, maybe even yourself.
Whoa, no holds barred.
The fuck?
Reed,
मेरे पे क्या कह रहा है बच्चा?
Spotted that, here we are, watching a ball game, talking. Do you know why?
'Cause you need my help again?
Don't kid yourself. The FIA has you tagged as a compromised asset. If Myers people ever knock on your door again, either run or start shooting.
So what's this about?
You were right. I wanted to tell you in person. You were right, V.
Need you to be more specific. What exactly was I right about?
V, I almost lost everything because of you.
Oh, fuck, Reed.
Don't talk. Just listen. I lost partners, friends, the trust of my superiors. Everything I believed in, built my life on, gone in seconds. All because I believed you'd help me save Somi.
मोदी जी टॉक टू इलॉन मस्क. भाई साहब क्या क्या हो रहा है मेरे ट्विटर फीड में.
Reed, I saved Somi. You know that. You were angry for some other reason. Maybe still are. Things slipped from your grip. You didn't get to make the final call. But you know what? From where I'm sitting, that was for the best.
That's why I said I think you were right. I got nothing to lose now. I might be able to gain something for once, though. All because of you, or thanks to you. Not sure which is more fitting.
Which one is more fitting? Glazing session चल रही है.
So what'll you do now? Plans? Schemes? What?
Washington beckons, likely for a stern
भाई मैं
audience
साइड
and
से देख रहा था.
majesty,
साइड से मतलब दूर से.
relegation to a desk at Langley.
कमरे के भाई ग्राफिक्स look so good.
Whiteboards,
मैं
flipping
बहुत पास से बैठ के
flies,
देखता हूँ तब मैं ऐसे
feeding
नेटपिक
fresh
करता कि
bullshit,
अरे यार ये ऐसा लग रहा है
among
वैसा
other
हो रहा है.
humiliations.
Like even like 6
They
feet away
already
from the
booked me to
screen मैं
Red
ऐसा लग रहा है कि भाई क्या क्रेजी शिट देख रहा हूँ मैं.
Plan to get on
मेरे
it?
से कंट्रोलर पे खेल ही नहीं जाती ऐसे शूटिंग वाली गेम्स. वरना मैं दूर से बैठ के ही खेलता मैं भी.
Langley? Shit, sounds like more punishment. 7 years sleep wasn't enough? Gonna let him keep sweeping shit under the rug?
That's the job. It's thankless. The very nature of it.
Still making excuses for him, huh?
It's my anxiety.
Them, maybe. Not for myself. Not anymore.
What's the plan then?
I don't know what I'll do. And I'm alright with that. Forgot how that felt, but I really fucking missed it. So thanks.
Don't sweat it. Buy me a brosif sometime.
I'm afraid there won't be a next time. You know that.
Damn.
Take care, V. I'm gonna hang back a little.
Read the message from Bill. कितने हैं भाई मिशंस? बिल कौन है? ये कोई और ही मिशन शुरू
अब तो साइड क्वेस्ट होंगे अब तो।
डैम, हो गया बे खत्म। इसको बैट नहीं मार सकता मैं। Sheesh. But अब क्या यार? That's it.
अब क्या? अब वो फाइनल मिशन वाली की होगी। साइड क्वेस्ट करने साइड क्वेस्ट होंगे।
अच्छा, एक ऑटो सेव्स तो बहुत सारे हैं मेरे पास। कौन सा ऑटो सेव होगा सही वाला? Should I even try? ऐसा करता है यूट्यूब पे देख लेता है यार, fuck it.
देख
Let's
ले।
YouTube it, क्योंकि उसमें मैं फास्ट फॉरवर्ड कर पाऊंगा चीज़ों को rather than बैठ के देखते जा रहा हूँ मैं डायलॉग्स। Let's see. क्या नाम है उसका? फैंटम लिबर्टी। फैंटम लिबर्टी एंडिंग क्या है? एंडिंग रैंक्ड भी है। कौन सी एंडिंग अच्छी थी भाई? रैंक्ड वर्स्ट टू बेस्ट है भाई। कौन सा क्या गैस कर रहा है तो? मेरा वाला वर्स्ट होगा या बेस्ट सबसे नीचे ही होगा? आई एम गेसिंग।
आई डोंट नो, पर मैंने देख रखा है वीडियो।
देख रखा
बेस्ट
तूने?
वाली तो वही है। पैनम वाली ही बेस्ट है।
फैंटम लिबर्टी में पैनम कहाँ से आ गई?
अरे फैंटम वो बेसिकली पूरे उसकी बोल रहा है ना।
नहीं, फैंटम लिबर्टी एंडिंग
अच्छा।
है। An exploration of the various consequences and morality of the Phantom Liberty's 4 endings and
I guess अगर सिर्फ
4
इसमें
ending है
बात करना है तो फिर वही है जो मैंने चूज किया था, जिसमें उससे तू मून पे भेज देता है।
King of
Since today
Swords,
is
King
the
of
end the
Cups,
year,
Kings
in
of
this
Wands,
video,
and King
I'm
of
going to be ranking
Pentacles
all
है
4
ending.
of Phantom Liberty's endings from worst to best, going over the
Okay.
various story consequences, morality of different decisions, and varying rewards, in order to decide which is best. I know opinions differ wildly on this, so I very much look forward to reading the comments. But first, on with the video.
ठीक है, बता दे फटाफट से।
Bottom of my list then, and let me preface this, there are reasons both for and against picking any of these 4 endings, which I'm gonna go over, but the worst ending to Phantom Liberty, I think, is the King of Swords. The one wherein you first side with Somi, fight your way through the orbital air spaceport, inadvertently triggering a huge massacre with many innocents caught in the crossfire, and
What
then,
the
after
fuck?
all that fighting and suffering on Somi's behalf, do a full U-turn right at the end, either because you realize she betrayed us, or you just don't want to kill Solomon Reed, instead handing her back over to the NUSA to become their prisoner once again. We can then, if we so choose, be given the neural matrix in return, unlocking the Phantom Liberty ending, or we can just hand her over for nothing, which from a gameplay standpoint is the most pointless thing you could probably hand her.
Wait, what? तो ये वही है जो तू मुझे कह रहा है? If I betray
Pause
Reed
कर
पहले,
video।
मैं पहले रीड को betray कर सकता हूँ,
हाँ
then
हाँ।
I go and उसको वापस रीड को मारने को मना कर दूँ, and then
हाँ।
उसको दे दूँ वापस इन्हीं को। तो बेसिकली
हाँ।
मैंने कॉर्पोस की मतलब चार्ट ली है बेसिकली इस एंडिंग में, राइट?
बेसिकली एट द एंड ऑफ द डे तूने सोमी को ही बिट्रे किया, इवन दो उस मिशन में तूने रीड को बिट्रे किया था।
या क्योंकि वो तो उनकी फिर वापस नौकर बन गई, राइट?
Reed, instead handing her back over to the NUSA to become their prisoner once again. We
yep.
can then, if we so choose, be given the neural matrix in return.
न्यूरल मैट्रिक्स मिल जाएगी मुझे and I can unlock the Phantom Liberty ending। ये क्या होता है? Phantom Liberty ending मतलब जो भी वो मुझे मेन स्टोरी में इसका इफेक्ट होगा, I can get that shit, जो भी फर्क पड़ता है।
फिर वो
unlocking the
तो
Phantom Liberty
तेरी
ending,
extra
or
ending
we can
खुलती है
just
main
hand her
game
over
की.
for nothing, which from a gameplay standpoint is the most pointless thing you could probably do. So breaking it down, this ending overall is not the best case scenario for us the player, any of the major characters, or indeed the rest of the world. From a shallow gameplay standpoint as well, we miss out on Reed's Pariah pistol and the Quantum Tuner cyberware. We only get those from sending Somi to the moon. For V, I would say it's the least rewarding path. Again, we struggle through hell where we may as well have just handed her over to begin with. What was the point of going through so much, only to decide when merely a few feet away from our destination to just give it all up? Which of course sucks for Somi as well, more so than any other ending. To provide her with the hope of escape in the first place, only to snatch it
तो
away.
ये रीड को देने का पॉइंट ही यही था. अगर मैं रीड को नहीं देता तो वो मून में जाती, राइट? अगर मैं रीड को
And
मार
I'd say
देता.
if you're going the route of betraying her, you might
मतलब
as
जो
well do so from the off.
ending
For
ending
King
बोल
of
रहा है
Pentacles, at
main
least,
game की,
the
वो
other
तुझे
end,
तभी
where
मिलती
she
है अगर तू
returns to
रीड
the
को
NUSA,
सोमी
it
देता
becomes a
है.
choice between
किसी
whether
भी
to
scenario में.
actually kill
अगर
her.
मैं रीड को क्या करता हूँ?
सोमी अलाइव देता है.
हाँ, मतलब बेसिकली जो मैं भी कर सकता था, मैंने उल्टा करा था
हाँ
फर्स्ट में,
हाँ
लेकिन मैंने लास्ट में अगर
सिर्फ
मैं
उसी
सोमी
से
को रिफ्यूज कर
एंडिंग
देता
सिर्फ उसी
मारने
से
को,
Or
खुलती है.
not. A more complicated and excusable choice to make either way than here. And I know that sounds bad before explaining, but just for now, trust me. Here, we're essentially saving our own hide at the last second, and yeah, okay, I suppose Reed's as well, and essentially throwing Somi under the bus. And sure, she did the same to us first, lying about the neural matrix. It's not completely unjustified, us turning her in, but it's still a dick move to make, especially this late in the game. As for Reed, I'd actually say it's the second best outcome for him after reviewing them all. See, because meeting with him afterwards at a Chutu station, we can see Reed beginning to question whether what we did was right.
I can't sleep. Trying to break things down. Keep asking myself. And I don't know, but maybe you do.
I'd say this journey of realization is taken furthest for him in the ending where Somi dies, King of Cups, whilst in the ending where we side with him the whole way, King of Pentacles, there's not even a glimmer of realization or moral questioning there. Though, flashing forward 2 years for a second, an opportunity we only get after King of Swords or King of Pentacles, Reed does seem the same in both instances by that point, in the brief interaction we have with him. And I suppose it's confirmed then that for both of these, he stayed on at Langley, working for the NUSA. Though I'd wager behind the scenes, Reed probably doesn't follow his ideals as blindly after King of Swords as he still does in King of Pentacles. As for Myers, despite getting Somi in this one like she wants, she's also just caused some major issues for herself by triggering the massacre at the Orbital Air spaceport, securing an asset at the cost of potentially starting a war. So she neither fully wins or loses for this one. And depending on your attitude towards Myers, whether you just want to tell her where she can stick it or to empathize a little with the position she's in, this ending is good for neither of those outlooks. Telling her where to stuff it is most satisfyingly done to her face in the King of Cups ending, whereas if you want to stay on her good side, this obviously isn't the choice for that either. And a war of nations will likely harm many more innocents, whilst potentially just consolidating her power in the long run, what with wartime measures. The only person who possibly benefits from this ending the most then is Alex, who obviously suffers most
Alex
and immediately if we betray Songbird. In this ending, we don't actually know what happens to her for sure, just that she survives. Though we do get more insight in a different ending that we'll get to. But essentially, she'll have things either go a bit better, a bit worse, or roughly the same as that one. And I'd wager it's the same, but again, we'll get to it. As for the rest of the world in this ending, well, I did a recent video breaking down the wider consequences and hidden secrets of both ending paths, so I won't go into masses of detail there again, but essentially, the massacre at the spaceport is hugely devastating. So many people lose loved ones, there's some specific stories on that hidden in shards throughout, and a memorial upon returning there with a very long list of names. And of course, this at least is entirely avoidable by us, if we pick to betray Songbird. King of Swords and King of Pentacles, after all, wind up being more or less the same result in the end, so if you can live with betraying Somi and want to get that tower main ending, you can achieve that without causing this immediately devastating event. Of course, there's arguments on the other side of this. Somewhat Damaged potentially has us bring a rogue AI into the world and hasten destroying the border between our realm and theirs, the Blackwall, but that's less of a definitive given, unlike all these deaths. So overall, from a loot standpoint, firstly, this is by far the poorest ending, with nothing you can't get from a different one. Additionally, regardless of which characters you do and don't want to support here, there are also better outcomes for any one of them.
I didn't get the
I'd
worst
say, who again has to become a bit of an asshole to do such a 180 at the last second. Though all that factored into play, it's also the only ending where things wind up sort of okay for just about all the main characters. V gets what they want, Reed begins to see the error of his ways, Myers probably does alright from this, and Alex gets to live. In fact, just this once, everybody lives. And sure, Songbird returns to the NUSA, probably with no hope of ever gaining freedom, which does suck for her, but then, still being alive, you never fully know what'll happen in the future, and the door remains open just a crack for the possibility of eventual freedom. It's just unlikely, and it's also probable that nothing will change for the better really in the lives of any of our characters for this one.
Okay.
So, whilst the King of Swords is very much a so-so ending, King of Cups is a lot more polarizing. There's definitely strong reasoning out there for this being the overall best outcome. Handsome Tez actually has a great video arguing why this is the best, and I'd highly recommend giving that a watch too.
Okay,
this is
best
the
ending
where
hai.
we first side with
First,
Reed,
according
attack
to
the
someone.
Maxtac convoy, descend into Cynosure facility, spend about an hour hiding from this terrifying piece of metal,
Why,
and
actually,
then at
though,
the final
spooky
moments
tha, ye
where
wala part.
Somi begs for death, we, being a merciful merc, oblige. Now, at first glance, this easily appears to be the worst ending. Somi dying removes any hope of her living freely after this, obviously. Myers is none too happy with our actions, which shuts us off from getting the NUSA's help in the ending, though they do still take Somi's body back with them to probe for anything that could still be useful. After all, the woman was still a walking, talking super weapon of forbidden potential, possessed by a literal demon who could wipe entire armies with nothing but a look. And I suppose when you put it that way, that, I'd argue, is a level of power nobody should have in their possession. Not the NUSA, not Mr. Blue Eyes, who I'll get to, nor anyone else. From a story perspective, this ending doesn't guarantee fully shutting off Blackwall tech. After all, we ourselves can bring two Blackwall weapons back to the surface. Though whilst they are still dangerous, the power they hold is a lot more contained than Somi demonstrates herself to be. For us the player, or V, there isn't a ton to be gained from this ending, definitely less than King of Wands or Pentacles, though unlike the Killing Moon path, we do obtain pretty much all the unique gear available from Somewhat Damaged before reaching this choice. And this path, on the whole, is a lot richer in terms of loot than the Killing Moon, with extras like the Fang Knife, iconic crowbar, and of course a Rebus
crowbar
and
bhi
Kanto
uthaya tha
Blackwall
maine. Crowbar
weapons.
isme
Again,
acha
many
crowbar
more
to
details
secret
in the
मिली
ending
चीज़ है क्या?
secrets video, which I realized I had to make after
सोच रहा था
starting
कि
this one,
crowbar
given
क्यों
the
दिया
sheer
मुझे इन्होंने?
volume of obscure details which wouldn't have fit in here. Also, there's one thing this ending does better than any other, and after seeing Maya's impartiality to the massacre at Tycho Terminal in the other timeline, it feels pretty freaking good to deny her her prize and then do this.
Fuck you, Myers. Done with your bullshit. Let's wrap up this charade.
All right. I can't deny you tried to help her.
Annoyingly, she does maintain that cool composure and even gives us money, which is belittling, but still, you can tell underneath the facade she is very pissed off. It's not necessarily the best ending for defying Myers, but it is the best for facing her down and saying a great big screw you and everything you stand for. And if we assume that Songbird does remain enslaved forever, if recaptured, then this is the second best ending for her, or potentially even the best, depending on what happens when she gets to the moon. Death is not the freedom she'd hoped for, of course, but I suppose we could liken it to the devil ending in our case, versus the ones where we presumably eventually die. Because world-changing consequences aside there, it's widely accepted that V is better off dead and free than having their soul ensnared by Arasaka. The person who benefits most from King of Cups, though, is surprisingly Reed, who basically has a similar realization as in the King of Swords ending, only this time it's even stronger. And following on from initially being very cold with us during Leave in Silence, when we meet at the basketball court a few days later, he straight up says this.
I wanted to tell you in person. You were right, V. I lost partners, friends, the trust of my superiors. Everything I believed in, built my life on, gone in seconds. All because I believed you'd help me save Somi.
It's a weirdly backhanded sense of gratitude. It doesn't feel genuine in the sense that Reed is thanking us by acknowledging we made him fail and lose everything. By placing faith in us, he lost Alex, Somi, and yes, the trust of the NUSA. But in a way, this kind of draws parallels to the message we received from Takamura in the Phantom Liberty ending, who also says, because of us, the foundations upon which he built his life utterly collapsed, explaining that we were very strong medicine, which, whilst incredibly bitter, woke him up from the bullshit life he was living. So in the same vein, by forcing Reed to fail in his mission, he's pretty much fully woken up to the fact that the ideals upon which he's built his life were a bunch of complete bullshit.
यार मुझे अब याद आ रहा है मुझे तो मेन गेम की एंडिंग भी कचरा वाली मिली थी यार.
All because of you, or thanks to
तूने क्या किया था
you.
उसमें?
Not sure which is more fitting.
So, by hitting
I
the
don't know,
bottom,
मैं बस
the guy
randomly
is
मर गया
finally
था.
free to
I don't know
reinvent
कैसे मरा
himself
था
as
मैं, but
whoever
मर
he
गया
wants
था
to be,
वैसे ही.
something that either
Suicide
can't
कर
be
ली थी
or
तूने?
just evidently isn't in
पहले
any of
ending
the
मैंने
other three
suicide करी
paths.
थी.
And remember, we
क्योंकि
let
मुझे लग रहा था
Somi
कि वो
die,
suicide
who
actually
on
हो नहीं
multiple
सकता.
occasions during the Killing Moon path, Reed was
But फिर
prepared to
actually
shoot
हो
us
गया.
on
फिर मैंने
sight
उसको
in order
revert
to
किया.
protect. The amount he
And
cared
then
about
जो
her
भी उसके
survival
अगला
is
वाला
insane.
option था
So
जो
to
मैं
then
suicide
turn
नहीं
around
करता, I don't
and
know
really
कौन सा route में
genuinely
ले गया
thank
था
us
वो,
for
but
what we did
I
after the
wasn't
fact, that must have
satisfied.
been one
मतलब I
hell
don't
of a wake-up
remember कि
call
क्या
for
हुआ
him.
था
And I have
exactly,
no
but
doubts that the King
कुछ
of
cyber
Cups is the
psychosis
most
type shit ही
hopeful
हो
or
गया था. मैं
liberating
मुझे याद है
ending for
last में भी
Solomon
वैसे
Reed.
पेल
But of
रहा था
course,
मैं
that
लोग
comes at the
then
price
बताता
of
क्या
Alex
होता है,
getting
I don't
murdered
know.
by Hansen, losing
वो
out
था
on
क्या
her happy
जिसमें सिर्फ
ending
तू
and
अकेला
instead
जाता
getting
है
just
टावर
Adam
में?
Smasher को
plaque
पेल
and
देता हूँ
reading
मैं बस और
quotes,
क्या
not
होता
the
है.
retirement you dreamed of, but the kind that
हाँ,
fate
मतलब
dealt.
एक तो होता
I
है
hope
कि
you
तू
can forgive
पैनम
me.
की
Thanks
आर्मी
for
लेके
everything.
जाता है.
End quote. The entire Somewhat Damaged path is obviously
हाँ,
the
I think
worst choice
पैनम
for
वाला
Alex.
है,
The
जिसमें तू कहता है कि
brilliant
मैं
thing
पैनम को
about
नहीं
these
बोलूंगा,
four
मैं अकेले
endings is
जाऊंगा.
none of them are totally ideal for everybody, same as the ones from the main game, I suppose. I, for one, do reserve a shred of hope that one day a living Somi might be capable again to wrestle free from the NUSA's control, but obviously that's completely off the table after doing doing this, unless they somehow resurrected her. Though to counter that argument, by reviewing her memories seen throughout Somewhat Damaged, she's clearly been subjected to a lot. Not just physical pain, but also mental torments and memory loss, being forced by Myers to reach beyond the black wall on multiple occasions, and suffering a similar fate as the various netrunners who worked at Cynosure.
Who the fuck are you?
Indeed, the reason she's practically full Borg at this point is because of the synaptic damage inflicted over time by the Blackwall, necessitating the replacement of, well, probably everything aside from her brain, piece by piece. She's more machine now than woman, and I'll be honest, my initial reaction to her request of death was a strong, resounding no. I couldn't fathom how ending somebody's suffering could ever actually be the better option, though I suppose that's me following the same code of ethics as Reed, thinking myself the hero for simply keeping somebody alive despite how much they're suffering. I didn't want Somi's death on my conscience, imagining instead that one day in the future she'll be better and will thank us for not granting her request. But realistically, it's hard to see it going that way.
No, please. You're leaving me.
नहीं, wait. If we spare her instead ऐसे बोलती है वो, भाई अच्छा वो मार दिया मैंने. भाई मैं तो बीटी जाती भाई. एक second, I need to listen to that again भाई. That is bad भाई. No, please भाई रो रही है वो भाई, मुझे मार दे. What the fuck? एक second, ये buffer
For
क्यों है
not
भाई?
granting her request, but realistically, it's hard to see it going that way.
What the heck?
You're leaving me to a fate worse than death.
Show me.
Definitely the most overtly tragic ending, this one, with no definitive good outcome for anybody, and probably the toughest call that there is to make in the heat of the moment. But as far as the story goes, there are those strong arguments for it being the best choice, which again Tez has a great video on. Though King of Cups isn't the only tough one to mull over, and whilst King of Wands certainly has its fair share of dire consequences and unsolved riddles, it is at the same time the only hopeful ending for Somi. We of course achieve it by siding with her in Firestarter, and then on the bridge to the shuttle, refusing to surrender her back and instead making the painful call of killing Reed. Song departs for the moon, no doubt to be received by another proxy of Mr. Blue Eyes, whose intentions are as of yet still unclear. But looking closely, he's been heavily involved in this whole operation, securing Somi her passage in the first place, as well as appearing not once but twice, watching over events during the mission, even managing to reach the train station with his umbrella mere moments after we waltzed through, deleting everyone in sight with the power of a basilisk, by which I mean the creature that can kill you with a look, not the tank, though that would have done a fine job too. In fact, Blue Eye's intentions could even be more malevolent than the plans Myers had. After all, Guy could be a proxy for a legion of tyrannical AIs that mean to wipe Songbird's psyche entirely and use her still aware body as a vessel by which to bridge the gap between physical and digital space. Hell, he may intend to use her immense power to wrestle control of the moon's mass drivers, bombarding the major settlements of Earth to cripple the global superpowers and bring about a grand unified world controlled entirely by Night Corp. That is, he could do all of that, but Mr. B's plans have never been so overt before, and indeed it's far more his MO.
I guess moon में भेजना is like, I don't know, good in the sense that she lives, but बाकी गुंडों के control में नहीं है, but you never know.
Strings of society with nobody noticing. Memory tampering, back alley demonic possession, blipping people out of existence.
Centauri agents kidnapped!
Yeah, this guy is very much a wild card, and entrusting Somi to him is essentially what we're doing in this ending, forcing Reed to also pay the ultimate price for the opportunity. The man dies with his ideals still intact and never gets the opportunity to become a changed man. And who knows, maybe things are better that way. After all, the eye-opening revelations he experiences in King of Cups sound kind of bittersweet, and it's unclear in that ending whether he will go and do a new thing or simply be unable to leave the system that's been synonymous to his identity for so long. Maybe it's just better to go out now than to live on aware that your ideals are bullshit, but still being unable to let them go. Personally, I certainly don't want him to die, much less administer the killing blow myself, and that is still a huge con of this ending for me, though it does afford us something nice and different in its place. Whilst the other three endings are capped off meeting with Reed, this one instead involves a final chat and a toast with Alex at her bar, where we also get to listen to a news broadcast further informing the results of our actions at the spaceport.
And space travel, and losses going into billions of euro dollars. These are the sad results of this senseless act of aggression.
Familiar, this fucking jabber. It's war talk.
Today we talk to Leslie Wawuda,
Old
Orbital Air
grunt cunt
CEO,
Myers
speaking to us
knows how
from
to
Nairobi,
escalate
Kenya,
shit.
where Mr. Wawuda did manage to travel.
One thing's sure. If they jump at
Mr.
each other,
Waruda, you
Militech
claim
will
to know
rip Sokka's
exactly who's
throat out.
responsible for the recent attack on what is clearly the jewel in your corporation's crown.
Yes, Nightcorp. It must be said. To Nightcorp, the spaceport in Night City is a symbol of yet another failure in their space race against orbital air. The leader in orbit. This attack was a few.
Notice that last subtitle before the TV switches off? This dude's theorizing that Nightcorp also had a hand in the attack, as they don't want orbital air to travel to Alpha Centauri. Now, I know that Gary the Prophet speaks in metaphors relating to actual goings-on in the world, but man, just what if Blue Eyes doesn't want any human migration to Alpha Centauri, since he genuinely is a techno-necromancer hiding out there? Look, I'm sure there's a more accurate truth for all of this, but this is not the video to get into that. Anyway, turns out Alex, despite now being assigned to assassinate us after what we did, is actually incredibly chill, instead pouring us a drink and saying she'll wait until our own body offs us anyway, which is nice, I guess, though be interesting to see what she'd have done if we weren't dying, or indeed what will happen should we go with the Temperance ending after this and leave Johnny to wander around in our body indefinitely. Another perk to this encounter is the ability to drink to a range of characters, and I'd say aside from the revelations we get from Reed in the other endings, this chat with Alex, for what it is the best little aftermath mission of the 4, until Johnny reminds us exactly what we've done in this scenario, that is.
Come on. Gotta find some new peeps you'll befriend, grow to like, and then murder.
And when you put it like that, I suppose we do have more blood on our hands directly in this ending than the rest of them. The price of sticking to our guns, of course, was that we eventually had to use them. Though in my humble opinion, and admittedly with the benefit of hindsight, if you're gonna choose to help Songbird, then you may as well, you know, do that. Even once realizing that she has been having us on the entire time, playing literally everyone to the end of purely staying alive. And even though she really does royally screw us over, I think myself, and many of you, still feel somewhat empathetic towards her. Sure, she could have been honest from the start about the nature of the neural matrix, that it did only have one use, but she needed our help. And upon learning the truth, we'd have had every right and reason to just walk away, what with this no longer being of any benefit to us. Or indeed, we might have even attempted to steal it for ourselves. It doesn't really matter in the end, actually. We learn in the King of Pentacles ending that her mind was too far gone for the neural matrix to actually work on her. And that does call into question just what's going to happen to her upon arriving at the moon. Though in my head, presumably Mr. B has some kind of resource that can help her, given the fact he has a similar offer for us in the Sun ending. Topping off Alex's story for this ending though, we do get a postcard from Monte Carlo, which has got to be nicer than Dogtown. And indeed, Alex's ending for King of Wands may very well be the only one that is confirmed for any of the characters to be distinctively happy. So for pure Alex and Songbird fans, this is probably the best ending. Again, we don't know exactly what happens to Alex in King of Swords, though at a guess it's most likely the same thing. Now, Myers in this ending stands to lose the most, well, other than Reed, losing Somi to probably the whims of Nightcorp and also possibly starting a war for herself, which again could provide her more power, but also potentially result in her deposition if things get out of hand. At a shallow level, with this ending too, we get the only silenced tech pistol in the game, Pariah, which, I mean, silently shooting people through walls is certainly a powerful way to play, and only in this ending too will we receive the Quantum Tuner a few days later, by the sofa where we chatted with Songbird, with this text appearing to confirm that she's okay, but like that's by no means entirely clear. We just know that her memories are intact thanks to the way she referred to this place in the text. Hell, she could have been turned into a construct to protect her memories, and her body stored away as just another weapon powered now by AI. Again, Blackwall demonic possession is not something unfamiliar to Nightcorp. The Bloody Ritual Cyberpsycho and the fact that that branch of Maelstrom have dealings with Nightcorp does tie that together. But anyway, the Quantum Tuner is decent, though I'd say the gear from Somewhat Damaged is overall still better. And I do have, or will soon have, videos breaking down, reviewing, and ranking each of those various items. Overall, it's a pretty close call for this one being in second. It is of course the best ending for Somi, probably. Best for Alex, almost certainly. Worst for Myers, almost worst for Reed, and sort of okay-ish for us. In the end, it's the right thing to do once you've gone down this path, and does at least render the chaos at the spaceport not entirely pointless. A lot of people think this is the canon ending as well, thanks to the inclusion of Mr. Blue Eyes, and I agree. It would probably be the most interesting one to get expanded upon, maybe with a visit to the moon in a sequel. Though personally, I'm holding out hope that they'll somehow manage to weave in certain variations between this game and the next, and introduce save ports to account for our varying big choices, like they did across the Witcher series, but we'll see. Now, I know, this at the top is a controversial choice. To be honest, saying any ending is best is controversial, but especially this one. So hear me out. Because yes, remaining Maya's little lapdog throughout this entire process is arguably more spineless than the two previous choices.
अबे ये
Though,
Myers
firstly,
की side लेने
successfully
को क्या रहा
navigating
best ending?
Cynosure facility clearly warrants the existence of plenty of remaining spine. And second, this one provides overall the best gameplay experience for Phantom Liberty in my opinion. Not only does it include the wildly left of field, but nonetheless brilliant Alien Isolation inspired somewhat damaged mission, but it's also
Alien
the
Isolation
only way
mission was
to
good,
experience the
but really
new
scary.
main ending after that. An addition
Wait,
which
what?
itself certainly isn't the best overall ending, but
Not only does it include the wildly left of field, हाँ ठीक है, but also the only way to experience the new main ending. अबे तू कह रहा है कि बहुत तरीके हैं, यही तो तरीका है बस.
उसमें भी होता है यार, जिसमें तू मून वाली एंडिंग में बेसिकली
मैं रीड
एंड
को
में तू
अगर
रीड
दे
को ही
देता
दे
हूँ
देता
एंड में
है।
जाके वापस.
हाँ, जिसमें तू यू टर्न मार लेता है सोमी पे।
अच्छा.
the only way to experience the new main ending after that. An addition, which itself certainly isn't the best overall ending, that's another video coming soon.
It's
but
not
it
the
is
best
a totally
ending.
new experience, and a huge chunk of Phantom Liberty that I
Damn.
think
Best
anyone who
ending तो
bought the
Pan Am वाली
expansion
है।
ought to play
किसी
at
भी
some
उससे देख
point.
लो।
And reaching that ending this way, sticking to our guns and going along with Reed the entire time, it's more honourable, I would argue, than pulling a fast 180 on Somi at the last second, even after the revelation that you have been duped. At least this way, we proceed from the get-go with the potentially misinformed but still noble intentions of trying to do what we think is best for her, as opposed to bringing her to the cusp of freedom only to finally choose to save our own hide. Story aside though, just if somebody asked me and said they only intend to play through Phantom Liberty once, what path should they pick, then I would say this one for the most complete experience, unless of course they utterly detest horror games. Don't forget as well
Horror
that
तो
choosing
था
the
भाई
Killing
इसमें.
Moon also involves missing the Hanson boss fights. Maybe again that's a good thing for some of you, but in my eyes it's a chunk of game you then don't get to play. On a personal level, this is also the path I chose first time around, and I'm really glad it was, because it meant I had the most important gear and experiences logged onto my main save file, as opposed to the branching saves I created for the other endings, which I then hopped off of after completing. Both we the player and V then stand to gain the most from this ending, probably on the whole, and it even feels maybe more self-righteous but less selfish certainly than King of Swords. Though of course for most of the other characters it is not the best still. Somi does heartbreakingly return to the custody of the NUSA, with Reed even suggesting she may return to active duty. Alex obviously doesn't get out of this alive, and Reed may think this is the best outcome for him, but as we've established, it certainly isn't. And for this one, Reed just continues on, never ever seeing the flaws in his ideals. In fact, the only other character for whom this is the best ending is Rosalind Myers, who gets exactly what she wants with minimum collateral damage, and is so proud of our work in fact that she'll even award us with an NUSA distinction, which we can immediately give away to a homeless man if we so choose, mirroring what Somi did after receiving the same thing. One final question I want to explore with this ending though is just how much of a threat is the NUSA to the rest of the world when now in possession of the Blackwall weapon that is Song Somi? Is there actually a dire hidden consequence here that we have delivered? And I'm gonna guess, based on how sensible Militech got when it came to dealing with the Cynosure facility eventually, and given that Militech and the United States government are practically the same thing, then I'm gonna theorize that they're a somewhat trustworthy corporation to hold this power. Still probably better off not having it for certain. I think Netwatch are really the only ones who can be fully trusted with it, though I think on balance, hopefully, the NUSA won't use Songbird to accidentally destroy the world. Probably. At least no more so than we are already doing, running around with the Kanto or Erebus weapons, feeding data back to an AI with intentions to do that very thing. So that's my order, based on a number of varying factors, of worst to best for Phantom
तो
Liberty's
इसका
ending.
best
So
ending is
obviously,
literally the ending जिसमें मैंने last में मना कर दिया उसको मारने से. That's it.
within what I've said are various arguments
Which
to
I भाई मैं नहीं करता भाई मैंने तो सही
all
किया
of them,
मार के
which,
भाई.
if you have the time, I would
भाई
heavily
बेचारी रो रही है भाई,
recommend doing
कह
and
रही है,
experiencing anyway. So please comment
No.
below which you think is the best Phantom Liberty ending and why, because this is something we could talk about for days and has been one of my favorite concepts to explore in a video. Again, if you want to
Fuck बे थोड़ा tough है यार. Because depending on कौन से character, there is no good ending, ठीक है, but there's a lot of bad endings. अब depend करता है कि तुम्हारी priorities क्या है, मतलब
endings
Fine
and then
Shite
check
को
out
मुझे
my
let down
hidden
तो नहीं करना
secrets
था.
accompaniment to this.
फाइन
Huge
शाइट के
thanks
लिए
to my
बैड एंडिंग नहीं
patrons,
चाहिए
as
थी
always,
मुझे,
for
लेकिन
keeping
मुझे
the
रीड को
channel
भी नहीं
alive.
मारना
Go
था, so
join my
there is
Discord
no
if
like
you want to
there's
chat.
no
So thank you for
option जो
watching.
बीच में
I'm
से
Sam
लेके जा
Bram, and I
सकते
hope you have a great
हैं।
new
इधर
year.
रीड के साथ हम चोद कर सकते हैं या फिर you fuck over Somi. In a true cyberpunk fashion, it figures that the ending where everyone lives is still considered the worst. Oh, that's good. अरे हाँ, ये भी तो डायलॉग था इसमें, हैप्पी एंडिंग फॉर फोक्स लाइक अस, रॉन्ग सिटी रॉन्ग पीपल। कौन कहता है? जॉनी सिल्वरहैंड ही कहता है
शायद।
ना, आई थिंक ये मैंने मेन गेम में था कहीं। हाँ, जॉनी का ही लाइन था। यप, रॉन्ग सिटी रॉन्ग पीपल। Blackwell sequence when carrying Somi and decimating the NUSA in attempts to reach the monorails and shivers on his spine gave me goosebumps. था अच्छा था क्या? Shame it's so short. Definitely feels like the read path is the most polished of the entire DLC. Going up against that robot and the somewhat damaged gave me a heart attack multiple times. I'm fairly convinced the developers made that level as a punishment for players who betrayed Songbird because that's what it felt like. भाई scary था यार, मुझे बीच में ऐसे में मतलब it's not like मतलब scary नहीं obviously but like ऐसे काफी पैनिक वाले उसमें आ गया था मैं, ऐसे जैसे होता ना हार्ट बीट जो तेज हो रही है, जो गांड फट रही है थोड़ी थोड़ी। काफी स्पूकी शिट भाई, वेल डिजाइन। यार मुझे ये फिगर आउट नहीं हुआ कि फैंटम लिबर्टी एंडिंग क्या है, मतलब क्या अलग हो जाता है वंस यू गो फॉर द फैंटम एंडिंग वाली चीज। तो मैं जब नेट वॉच मिल जाता
बेसिकली
है मैट्रिक्स, सॉरी।
पूरे जो गेम के स्कोप में फैंटम लिबर्टी इज जस्ट अ साइड मिशन है ना।
हाँ
तो
बट नहीं, मैट्रिक्स
मेन
को
गेम की
मिलना
जो एंडिंग्स थी,
अफेक्ट्स योर एंडिंग राइट। तुम्हारे पास अगर मैट्रिक्स आ
जो
गया
मेन गेम्स की एंडिंग थी वो भी तेरी वही खुलती है जो तू साइड मिशंस करता है। अगर जैसे पैनम वाली एंडिंग है वो, अगर तू गेम में पैनम को खुश रखेगा, पैनम के सारे मिशंस करेगा, तो एंड में एग्री करती कि हाँ मैं तेरी हेल्प कर दूंगी। और वैसे ही ये फैंटम लिबर्टी वाला सीन है कि अगर तूने इसमें सही चॉइसेस करी तो एंड में एक ब्रांच अनलॉक हो जाती है, जब वो छत पे बैठ के सोच रहे होते हैं कि क्या करना चाहिए हमें। क्योंकि गेम का मेन मोटिव तो यही है ना कि तेरे से जॉनी सिल्वरहैंड को सेपरेट करना।
हाँ बट वही तो कह रहा हूँ मैं, तो फिर
हाँ, तो इस एंडिंग में बेसिकली जो फैंटम लिबर्टी वाली एंडिंग है उसमें होता है कि तू बेसिकली एनपीसी बन जाता है।
मतलब
गेम की एंडिंग देख वीडियो कहीं ऑनलाइन, तो बेसिकली तो एक रेगुलर ह्यूमन बन जाता है, कुछ नहीं रहता ना। तो साइबरनेटिक्स इंस्टॉल कर सकता है, कोई कंपैटिबिलिटी नहीं रहती, यू आर जस्ट अ बेसिक ह्यूमन।
तो अच्छी बात है ना।
नहीं, पर काफी डायर सी एंडिंग है। क्योंकि तेरा कोई फ्यूचर नहीं होता, कोई तुझे सिटी में, कोई तो लेजेंड नहीं है,
तो
कोई तुझे
लेजेंड क्यों
पहचानता
बनना है
नहीं है।
भाई, तुम जिंदा हो भाई।
हाँ, उस सेंस में थोड़ी होपफुल है, बट ओवरऑल काफी सैड सी होती है, जैसे वो तुझे पोर्ट्रे करते हैं ना एंडिंग में, जब तू देखेगा एंडिंग। बेसिकली यू आर क्योर्ड, बट
मिल नहीं रहा भाई मुझे।
क्या ऑल एंडिंग्स लिख ले, दिखा देंगे साइबर पे। न्यू मेन स्टोरी एंडिंग यही वाली है।
न्यू साइबरपंक 2077
ऑल
फैंटम लिबर्टी
एंडिंग्स
सीक्रेट एंडिंग क्या है ये सब?
Say you told the FIA to stick their offer where the sun don't shine. Just don't make the call to Reed. We'll find another way.
What now?
Message. Didn't see it? They want to wipe me. Need me to explain the ins and outs?
It's me.
Call me a chump, but I never thought I'd be that price. Come on, V. Don't make the call.
मैं रीड को कॉल कर सकता हूँ. अच्छा.
Figuring out something that might work versus a surgical procedure. Choice is clear, Johnny. Raise and read on the hollow.
Meeting point, you there?
Bet I am. Actually eager to be clinic bound.
AV's on his way. It won't be long now.
So this is how it ends.
Sorry, Johnny. I am. Just FIA is powerful. Gives me the best chance.
Damn.
I get it. I do. Your choice to make.
हाँ भी बॉब.
Not mine.
अबे.
Just need a moment to think.
साले गेम स्टार्ट करने से पहले नहीं होते क्या? Mid.
It's an honor to meet the man who rescued the president of the NUSA.
Right.
Condition, make sure you're stable.
Kinda nervous, not gonna lie.
Lozano, pleasure. I'll be among those operating on you. Let's start with a quick nervous system scan. You mind giving me your
साले
personal...
गेम के पहले में नहीं हो सर.
Open it. You shook my hand, Weiss. Indulge me.
There it is. Night City.
It's a long road.
It's okay, V. You're allowed to be a little proud of yourself.
So, no hard feelings. No, this ain't the outcome you hope for.
Hoped for a lot of things in my time, and people I cared about got hurt. Don't need that happening again. Just glad you'll pull through, and that I got the chance to call you.
Damn, ये तो काफी sad है बे.
You know, wondering if I can still call myself your friend.
Of course you can. Got my blessing. Been in your head some time, V. Know you well enough that it ain't even a question.
Wonder how things would have turned out if we'd never met.
First, bullet to the brain that ended you on the spot. Second, would have never survived the rest without my expert advice.
I wanted to crack a lame joke. Some saccharine sweet lie. Looks like you beat me to it.
So where's that?
Truth is, I don't know, V. Maybe you'd have lived
What
a
to
normal life. Or gotten shivved in a jail cell. But sweet lady fate brought us together and put us through some shit. That's what counts.
I got reading spiking.
इधर देख साले बॉब. उधर मत देख गांडू.
Let's do this.
ये plan.
Brain burden free. Never know how stress might affect it.
I think this is it, kiddo.
Yes. So,
promise me one thing, will you?
I promise. No idea what, but I promise.
I'm not asking you to never give up. Sometimes you gotta let go.
शाबाश के चौथ.
Just don't let anyone change who you are, okay?
Damn.
Good night, Vincent. Today was a good day.
हाँ साले.
Take care, V. Those are memories.
V, can you hear me? Good. About time.
Mr. Holt, you got a new job. New duties. Weiss.
Now? Yeah. I felt I owed you this.
Pretty nice welcome. Just missing flowers in the get well card. Giving
वो इंस्पेक्टर ली थी ना साले last round.
Never that simple. Stop the nervous system. Just cut the anger out safely.
बे टट्टी सा माइक किसका है?
We could ripple past you quick and easy.
Not this time. Your neurons can no longer handle most implants. Chrome. Your brain can manage your personal link and simple code processors. But any use of a combat implant, well, could kill you. I'm sorry, V. But the life you used to know is gone. There's one other thing. You were out for 2 years. It's 2079.
2079 में आ गया मैं.
Believe me, I wish I could have said it was all good.
70 fucking 9? You take me for a ride. This is some sick joke. Who we say it is. Or just admit. I don't know. You don't know. You aren't sure. Whatever.
I wish I could help you, V, but I can't.
Need some air.
Where's my वो? मैं डाली.
Joey. Can barely stand.
Been laid up for 2 years, V.
Need to get out of here. And see, when can I go back?
Today, if that's your wish. But you should ask yourself.
पापा को सिखाएगा.
V, listen to me. Your body, It ain't going back to what it was. And NC's a city where you just won't manage. Not anymore.
Why the hell you care?
अच्छा इसमें ये भी तो होता है कपिल कि 2 साल skip हो जाते हैं तो तेरे literally सारे connections
Your assistant, Aaron Rover? I know you're trying to help.
are gone.
But you damn well know that's not for me.
I know I'd feel better seeing you off the street.
This isn't my life, Reed.
But it could be, given your old one is long gone.
Don't know, someday maybe. Need to here.
Up to you.
Reed.
No need, V. You got
Call your friends and decide who to visit. Judy को call कर रहा हूँ मैं. Okay.
NUS clinic. Spend most of the time in a coma.
मैंने तो बहुत कम कर रखी है, बहुत गंदा mic है.
You know, a lot's changed.
Bream. Fresh NC gossip. Can't wait to hear it.
V, I'm in Pittsburgh, and I'm married.
Oh
No way, मैं fall damage से मर गया.
Really can't help you.
Seriously? Congrats, Judy.
Judy की शादी हो गई 2 साल में.
Wish you could have come earlier.
I'm just glad you found what you were looking for.
What?
When you disappeared, I knew I had to get away from Night City, and well, that's how I met Bianca. And what do you know? I'm happy, V.
Well, bye, Judy. Really hope our paths cross again someday.
Me too, V. And good luck.
Judy की शादी हो गई किसी और के साथ. Bruh.
That's why I say, you know what? Fuck him sideways.
Someone grinding your gears again?
Holy fuck. V? Or is it Johnny?
V. It's me. One and only.
Fuck me.
Abby. And what about you, Kier? What's up? Career going strong?
Actually, fuck you fucking do a Euro. Shit. V.
Well,
Fuck
do you know
yeah.
what? Not completely.
Fuck me. Damn. What the hell did I say, Yuki? Let him fucking...
What do you think? Gonna see you again?
Of course you will. Deal. They're calling me back.
मेरा नाम है चड्डी की खुशबू.
You've reached Pan Am Palmer. We're sorry. The subscriber is currently outside the service area. Please stay.
Involuntary vacay. But bad jokes aside, yes, Doc's just brought me out of a coma.
Pan Am को उठाई नहीं कॉल. Pan Am कहाँ है भाई? What?
तेरी बॉल गई बॉब.
No damn way.
River, it's me.
Me who?
Well, V, obviously.
Is it obvious?
Stop futzing around.
V, I knew when I waited 2 years to return a call. What'd you expect to hear after all this time?
River, I was in a coma. They just woke me up.
Oh, shit, V. Sorry. Here I am being a fucking asshole to you.
Yeah, it's alright.
I needed money for Randy's rehab.
120 मिनट में यार वो.
Told him pile police secrets.
When we meet, help each other out.
I'm not the man you used to know.
दोनों साइड हैं. बैक साइड है वो.
No mood for pranks. So if you...
Hey there, Vic.
V? Do V? But how are you... why?
Surgery, a cure, using the runner's tech. Chrome's a no-go for me now. Even
Come see me, V.
Yeah, I'm on my way to see you soon.
भाई Victor is a real one.
विक्टर के पास जा रहा हूँ मैं अब. मुझे Pan Am को क्या हो गया भाई?
भाई 2 साल से तूने कुछ किया नहीं. No contact.
भाई these hoes ain't loyal भाई.
The most significant is Arasaka pulling the bulk of its operations out of Night City. I imagine you could be interested in hearing the latest news.
Masao Adams, author of Arasaka's biography,
अबे what?
It's a pleasure to be your step. An Arasaka spokesperson recently announced that had stepped down as CEO. True or big fact alone?
The idea that someone like him would remove themselves from the picture? It's simple. Yorinobu deliberately...
Fascinating theory.
पीछे रहे ब्लाइंड होगा. पीछे रहे.
Arasaka's on the back foot, huh?
It appears so. Other corporations have wasted no time in attempting to fill the void.
Well, Johnny, you got your wish. Arasaka's on the way out. Except it's like playing.
We all eventually run out of fuel, but that hardly means the journey wasn't pleasant.
Did we buy out? You're not from around here, Nick. How may I? Ah, right. I see.
Vic.
You're making a habit of this.
Got it wrong. Like
in the clinic, I could get reprimanded. Ooh, and shipped out. The middleweight.
Good to have memories. So is Misty.
All right, that's the attitude.
What can I say? The world, life, moved on. Couldn't wait around for me. You're all I got left.
I know where you're coming from. Reach my age, you can find you have nothing in common with those you consider near and dear.
Your case, age ain't exactly the only change.
What are you trying to say exactly?
वो वाली मर गई. बैक साइड है दोनों.
Corp web, pretty hard to escape once you're caught in it. Not to mention, you're a fucking home specialist.
This chain came looking, knocking, pressured me pretty hard. In a bid to survive, I gave them an indecently high price.
सेवर ले भाग जा.
Something tell.
She is the sensitive sort. Changes and pleasant ones happening all around her. She stopped feeling good here, and no wonder. I miss her. Hope things work out for her. Hope they work out for all of us.
Think we could have chosen better? All of us?
No.
Huh, no hesitation.
If there'd been better options, we'd have picked them. Or convinced ourselves they weren't better at all.
Vic, sensible as ever, and with achievable dreams. I never could settle on those.
You'll learn.
If you say so.
Well, your core looks fine. Good even. Let's take a look at your motor cortex.
Can't say I like that.
First time I've seen anything like this. Your cortex seems to have turned deaf to implant signals. Maybe reinstall the neural port firmware. No, edit. Maybe switch to binary signaling. That's a risk of shock. Life-threatening.
Said you could do something, Vic.
I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Please don't worry, Vic. Didn't come with high hopes anyway.
Not good. You have to
साले
believe
beef
there's
on the
something out
ball.
there for you.
फालतू का smoke हो गया.
That's what you advise?
No. I just want you to accept your reality. You've changed, yes, but you're alive. Look at me. I had to adapt too. Still doing what I most love, though.
Should I start aiming lower too? Could be the key to happiness.
It's not easy settling.
Headshotted है, Yoru low है.
Vector, come on quick. I ran into trouble. Need surgery. It's... are you running late?
I can now, Tyler. Drop in tomorrow.
Drop in tomorrow.
This is my friend. No affiliation to the firm. Come back later, please. It's important to me.
You got it wrong, man.
Say 70.
Don't worry about me.
उसने रेस कर दिया और रैंप पे रहा.
Vector.
Hey, swing by to see me anytime, yeah?
Of course I'll drop by.
Close the door on your way out, okay? I need to look at Tyler's pressing problem here.
Sheesh. I guess V के लिए अच्छा नहीं है ये ending, but like I don't know, man. I feel like इसको क्या legend बनना था भाई?
Drop it, let me alone.
Oh no, this is so bad, भाई. This is so bad. भाई जब mugging हो रही है और तो कुछ नहीं कर सकता.
See that, Jimmy? He a corporal rat. Chill, man. Easy. Come on, hand over your scratch. Let's go.
Drop it, let me alone.
Nope. Show me the money.
कर लेगा 2v1 है.
Got me.
Backside deck.
Arasaka used to be. I got the boot. Actually, we got shit in common, Junes. Badges are my bane. Battened across the back. I nursed my bruises at El Coyote.
El Coyote ain't round no more. Man,
Mark,
you a lazy dog. Not even bothering to weave a convincing story.
नहीं यार.
See? But you... What happened to you?
Misty?
Easy now. Are you in one piece?
Honestly, feel fucking hopeless. Just got thrashed by two lame-ass thugs.
But why didn't you defend yourself?
Couldn't. Long story.
Oh, is that the relic's doing? I know I should be worried, but honestly, I'm just so glad to see you.
Miss you so much, Misty.
It must be hard for you, I know.
Second, you saw what happened. Can't even stand up to a couple of random dipsos. Where do I go from here?
You'll learn to live like us regular folk. Avoid dark alleys, run when you hear gunfire. Not much more to it.
That your bread and butter?
Welcome to the world of the faces in the crowd, V. My ride will be here soon, but I still got a minute or two to talk.
Damn.
उसने TP हुआ वो
Strange
backside.
story, actually. You know what made me decide to leave?
Jackie's passing.
I was in a really
मैंने
dark place
अकेला
then.
backside.
Jay Verbal store burned down one day. Went there to buy some white sage and saw a charred mess instead. It was then I realized nothing's the same anymore. Jack, people find balance if I'd lost it myself.
भाई neon बहुत चूतिया है यार.
Nothing lasts forever.
But most likely, it'll always...
Next, Misty. What to do?
Turned out that in
Point giving up. Maybe
the crowd, their world. Gonna go looking?
couldn't stand and see. Do what I do best. Start over. No idea what's gonna happen. But I refuse to be beat.
You really are unbreakable, V. My ride will be here soon. Walk me to it? So, till we meet again, I guess.
अबे गन निकाल ले.
Hope so.
Oh, V, do you still have that pendant I gave you?
Must have misplaced it.
Don't go
Phantom
looking
उठा
for it.
सकता था.
Doesn't matter anymore.
मरेगा.
Damn.
Oh.
हाँ भाई साइबरपंक में कोई अच्छी एंडिंग क्यों नहीं है भाई?
मतलब बेसिकली जिंदा रहने के मामले में सही है, बट
I think that's the only one that matters, though, नहीं?
What the hell you spewed, Songbird?
Phantom Liberty secret ending भी है कोई?
सीक्रेट एंडिंग तो वही है और क्या?
हाँ, ये कौन सी सीक्रेट एंडिंग है? मैंने NUSC के प्रेसिडेंट को मार दिया।
Still with us?
What happened?
Your
भाई
presidential
नियॉन
rescue
क्या
op.
है ये?
Miserable failure. Honestly though, good fucking riddance.
Okay. So now what?
Huh. We go on living. Start by finding us a drink.
Gonna try to ask man.
मुझे दे दी उसने, मुझे दे दी।
CDPR making the one ending where we truly lives is the most brutally sad ending there could be, with almost everyone forgetting them.
हाँ बोलिए कुछ, बॉब बोल नहीं रहा।
Damn. That is cyberpunk. तो ऐसा भी होता है भाई. It be like that.
हेवन है, हेवन है। बॉम्ब ले गया क्या वो? अपने स्पॉन से जा रहे हैं। बॉम्ब मेरे पास है, वेंट्स। नाइस। अरे
क्या स्कोर है भाई तुम्हारा?
बैक साइड है ये, नियॉन चूतिया है भाई।
There are no good endings in Night City.
I'm running with the wolves tonight. मैं दिला सकता हूँ किसी को से जरा। अबे वेंट्स चला गया वो साले। Tonight. भूख लग रही है भैंचोद। ओ भाई पराठे नहीं मंगा सकते क्या यहाँ? क्या कहाँ के पराठे थे वो? बिढोली के? ओ, हाँ,
क्या?
और प्लास्टिक की थैली में चटनी आती थी। सेज मेड पुश कर रही है रंडी।
My ultimate's ready. My ult's ready.
मैं स्मोक कर रहा हूँ 1 सेकंड। जाओ। नो वे सालो। स्मोक क्या साले वो नीचे कूद के मार रही है तुझे। साले कांड।